And like that, he just busts out. He's just like, all right, I'm a dip. Make like good with your magic weapons. Yeah, Avenger. Avenger's actually my son, but you're never gonna find that out because we're not even gonna finish that episode. So
I mean, you're level 1, so that's not like even if it mechanically lets you, that's not going to be useful.
Wow, that was such an awesome segue. Like you're gonna have to watch the VOD to know how good a segue that was. Like I couldn't have planned it better. In fact,
Greetings, compadre. Muy bien?
dude,
I'm sorry, I'm sitting here eating chips and salsa, and I just felt...
you felt a little Spanish.
Yeah.
You wanted to cop some Hispanica on us. That's cool. Like I speak enough Spanish to know, it's cool. What's up, güero? I don't know if you could be a güero from Oklahoma, but maybe.
Possibly. We have a sizable community. Like,
Of güeros?
anyways.
Yeah, I believe you.
Not so much the Güeros in Oklahoma as the Güeros
in my mind. Welcome to D&D, fans. There's some people here. We're playing some games. I have not yet rolled my character, so how's this gonna go? Like, how's it gonna be?
Well,
Did you go up to the library and load all the modules?
Of course I did. You told me to. You said it was a thing I should do.
Did you do both page 1 and 2?
I did all of the modules.
Please confirm.
Even Keep on the Borderlands?
Wow. It's been a while.
I think
are
I
we
did that
playing
one too.
are we playing Keep on the Borderlands? Because I even remember a lot of that dungeon.
That's funny. Actually, you know what's weird is I do, and it's also been like easily 2 decades.
First room on the right has the skeleton that's
3
calcified into the ground
decades.
with the water running over it, and you have to like tap its rib cage with a pole arm, or somebody has to know to get because there's a scroll casing that's fit in with the rib cage of the skeleton that's calcified into the water. You remember that piece?
I do.
Like,
We are not, however, playing Keep on the Borderlands.
That's too bad.
Yeah, we're not playing a module.
Okay, I'm going to create my character. I'm going to click create character here on the create character button thing. The wizard. It's a wizard. It's a wizard, Harry.
You going to make something happen?
Haven't make anything happen. I just did. I made my character sheet appear.
Nice.
Okay,
so we were thinking maybe even I could find a way to be a paladin, right?
Yep. On your stats, there's a drop-down menu that says down a little bit. I'm gonna let you select it to go to dice roll instead of predetermined things.
Okay.
Because, well, who doesn't like having a little dice in their life?
Okay, there's my name. I'm Jory Didlington.
Jory Didlington.
That's my name, Jory Didlington.
I'm Jory Didlington.
Okay, so what do we do with you said what you said standard array, dice roll, manual entry, point buy. We're going to dice roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Whoa, I just rolled the dice. Whoa, the dice rolled.
Yep.
Don't you like that shit?
And am I done, or do I just
Okay,
well, you got to assign them now, right?
Oh, yep. Okay, so they're auto-assigned to where they rolled them in order, but I can throw them where I want them.
Yes.
Well, I want my strength to be the 16. I like that very much. So how do I keep, do I have to move? Oh, I see arrows. Move them around. Arrows, move them around. No, my strength and con are 16. My dex and int are 11, and my whiz and charisma are 12. I'm going to move my charisma. No. You know what?
What kind of character are you thinking of making?
I told you. My con is actually going to be my 13, and my charisma is going to be my other 16.
Right, because if you were going to go a paladin course in the direction that you were thinking,
yes, my
you would
con
want that to be charisma.
Strength 16, con 13, charisma 16, everything else less. That's my choice.
That makes sense.
Strong and charismatic, but I want to make sure that my int is 11. I don't want to have a high int.
Right. The other thing I would say is you might want to go to the library or the classes page under character on the sidebar.
I'm here under class right now because I was going to look for paladin. What's an enhanced paladin? It's like
I don't think you can browse. I don't know how this wizard works actually.
Okay, so
plain old paladin.
Stats, you have a check mark. Go if you'll go to race.
Race, I haven't done yet.
Right. So race is the next tab in the run.
I could be a rabbit, dude.
Yeah.
If
yes,
you can.
Oh shit. I guess I'm gonna be a rabbit, dude.
A rabbit paladin. Okay, I'm happy to meet you, sir.
Usagi Yojimbo, huh?
I was gonna say I'm Usagi Yojimbo, only I'm all about love and not a samurai. And I don't know enough about Usagi in real life. I've just seen lots of drawings of him. But I like rabbits. Select languages plural? What?
Then you get to choose what languages you learn.
And racial modifiers?
Yeah. Now, a lot of these newer racers have
increased 3 difficulty or different ability scores by 1. Holy shit.
Yeah, you get to plot 1 point into 3 different skills, where you're able to put 2 points into one, and then 1 into another.
Crap! 2 into 1 and 1 into another. Duh.
Numerological pro tip: even numbers good.
Exactly.
I hear you. I hear what you're saying. So, in that case, we go con and charisma. And that fits exactly with what I wanted to be.
Okay, the screen's a little fuzzy. I can't see what that middle row of options is.
Select languages.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's broadcasting at like 720p or something.
No, I'm
it's
actually
not. It's
I was
just
gonna say I'm pretty
compressed,
sure
yeah.
I've set it to what it really is. It's just that's like 4K.
Right.
I get it now. So it's downscaling. That's why it's all blocky. Got it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I need to find a way to fix it actually, because this is my main play screen now that is 4K, and like, as you know, 4K does shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, I couldn't stream my monitor right now for exactly the same reason, in fact.
I totally can. It's just you can't read it.
It's right. Well, that's what I mean.
I was doing Cataclysm the other night, and it was like, I have to narrate this because while you can see the tiles, you can't read any of the text. I can zoom in to where you can see the tiles well, but you can't read the text.
Right.
I guess I speak Common and at least one other language, but like, what would I speak? You know, like, I guess maybe Halfling, because it's it's Common, or Dwarvish or Elvish.
Yeah, you're a beast person, right?
Rabbit dude, yeah, rabbit dude. So do I live in the forest? Do I speak Sylvan?
Yeah,
Halfling?
Sylvan or Halfling both would be good candidates.
I'm gonna throw Sylvan in there. I speak Sylvan. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. Now you can go to class.
Oh, shit, it's already building out my character so nicely for me. Okay, cool. This is a neat wizard. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
My proficiency is going to be probably persuasion or intimidate. No, it's not intimidation. It's persuasion. If it was an intimidation, it would be weird.
Seriously, take this fucking flower.
Yeah, like
most likely you would be like insight, and
insight's also pretty good. Yeah, I have a hidden backstory that you'll find out as we play.
Right.
I'm gonna.
I will tap the sign. There is a pinned post.
I know. We may change.
It
may change.
Just telling you to be fluid. Right.
Yep. I'm gonna go with insight. But I have a concept. That's all. I have a concept.
Yeah.
You can choose one more.
Get in the way of that.
You can choose one more.
One more. Okay. Then we're gonna go insight and medicine. Because that's
medicine.
Yes.
Oh, so you were thinking about insight.
Persuasion before.
Persuasion. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could have done persuasion and insight.
It won't let me go back.
Yeah. Well, if you expand it, it should.
You have to. Yeah.
Like that.
Hit the little plus. Yeah.
There you go. And persuasion. Okay, that's good. That's good. No, that makes sense. I like being a cuddly bunny and being the sort of person that would talk you into taking the flower because, of course, you want to take the flower. It's all love, right? All love.
And now you get to choose your background, which that's where I'm at right now, and I'm trying to figure out what would make a great deal of sense for what I am.
I don't know that I want you to see me pick.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, we can't read that anyway, so don't worry about it.
Good call.
I wonder if I put your I can't because it's also my game screen. But I wonder if
Okay.
Ooh, I get another language. You speak my language. All right.
Nice. Okay. For me, Snipe, what do you think? Part of me wants to say like courtier just because.
Oh shit! I get 2 languages. I'm gonna lean into the backstory I was thinking of while I do this because you can't read it. So there.
perfect. What were you saying, Watts?
The background. Nothing here really, in my mind, like clicks. I mean, I guess I could just do alkalite, but it doesn't really do anything for the cooking and sweets and stuff.
All right. I think I'm gonna commit.
Right, and actually, I would ask how you came into your practice. I guess, if that makes sense. Like, how organized is the faith that you're a part of? Because like acolyte may not make sense either, depending on your intentions.
You talking to me?
Nope, he's talking to me.
Okay. I was gonna no. Acolyte actually worked really well for what I wanted.
I have to find the goddess again. I'm thinking about the goddess Lyra.
Yeah, you
Lyra?
would. Yeah, you would like the Lyria. She's very kind.
And she's also about celebrations, revelry, that sort of thing.
I don't honestly know. I do know that she is a patron similar to my own.
Lliira.
Yeah, I looked it up.
I linked her, it earlier. I was torn between her and the goddess of where was it? Alondra.
Landra.
Sovereign of the
so
feast
much
and
simpler
good fortune.
than these things. It's just love. We should love each other.
I love a good meal. Does that count?
Indeed. All expressions of love are wonderful. Only good things.
What about violent expressions of love?
No. Love is not violent.
But passion is, and passion is a form of love.
Passion is not love. Passion and love are different things. Suni is about love.
Yeah, I don't know if I agree with you, Talos.
It's all right. I love you anyway.
That seems a little violent to me. I don't know if I want you liking me.
I mean, if it's not consensual, then it would be violent, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
No, you see, Suni loves all things that are beautiful. So be beautiful and she will love you. And if you're not beautiful, well.
Goddamn, yeah. No, that sounds really creepy.
That's a little judgy.
Judgy and creepy.
Beauty is a wide spectrum.
It's gonna be one of those games.
Suni is, by the way, served by Lyria. Or Lyria. Lyria serves Suni.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah,
in the way that gods do. No, I'm reading it right now.
Yeah. Illyria is an exarch of Suni.
Right. That's a good way to put it.
No, literally, that's what it says. They're no longer part of Suni. They've moved to the gates of the moon.
Yeah. I just read during the parts during the worlds of the Forgotten Realms after I stopped dungeon mastering the Forgotten Realms. That said, I went.
The name of the thing you just forgot.
Yeah, indeed. I just went, as I said. I went for the highest, like most. What's the word I'm looking for? Most like emanations of a good goddess. That's very kind. It's just about love and beauty.
Right. Yep.
Anyways,
Sounds like a beatnik to me.
Oh,
The lotus flower on the still water.
the lotus flower on the still water. Indeed. That.
Definitely a beatnik.
with me doing cooking so much for like the feast and such, because that's one of the things she does. Because it means it's a house of happiness.
Right.
We're known
Right.
we're known as joy bringers, unless we're one of the order of battle battle people. Is that the white violet? Or
Gotcha.
there's a suborders where I can be a little more
Oh shit!
heavy-handed. It
Are
seems.
we all some form of monk?
Hmm.
Don't judge the bird. The bird is nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Bird.
Yes. The
Bird's
answer.
the word.
The answer is yes. Aha! That's funny, Terradin. Hi.
I guess you could you could call what I am a form of monk. It certainly does have old religious connotations for those who are educated.
I'm not that.
What is a grinner?
I am not educated. My intelligence is 11. My wisdom is 12. I'm as wise as your everyday motherfucker, and I'm not as well educated.
Actually, you're just a little bit more. You have 1 point.
That's what I'm saying. 11,
Ten
11
is
12 is.
10's common, so you're actually demonstrably above average.
I thought. Oh shit! Oh, I stand corrected. I thought 12 was common.
No, 12 is
You're
heroic.
demonstratively superbly mediocre.
Gotcha.
You're the upper edge of mediocre.
I know just enough to sound stupid.
Right. Now if you want actual stupid, let me show you the numbers on Montlarin one day.
Well, I kind of feel like I fucked up when I rolled Bombgood, because even though I love Bombgood and I feel like he needs his own graphic novel series, I didn't realize I accidentally made him the smartest, like, intelligence-wise in,
Right.
in the team, right? Like, he's the oldest barbarian. He's the barbarian from the before times. And somehow he's sharper than the rest of the team.
Well, intelligence and knowledge aren't the same thing, so
Fair enough. Sharpen tooth and claw. All right, so I'm rolled. Where do we get our equip? How does this happen?
your class entitles you to some standard equipment and starting gold. Have you picked your background and stuff as well?
Yeah, I went through all the
Like-
wizard stuff.
I did, and it did not give me any equipment.
Yeah, it dumped me out done, but with no inventory.
Okay. That sucks.
Yeah.
But if you go click on your background,
That in character / backgrounds.
no, your character's background on your character sheet should be a hyperlink.
Background.
I mean, yes, you can go look it up in the library, but it should be easier just to get it off your character sheet.
Oh, I think I got it. Background. Here it is.
Cool.
You've
So
spent your
read
life
that,
in the service
and
of a
it will
temple.
tell you what it is that you need to do.
Wow, I like how this played out so perfectly that I can read this, and it both says what is true, but also plays into my character's background as I conceived it. Which is to say, it says, you have spent your life in the service of a temple to a specific god or pantheon of gods. You can act as an intermediary between the realm of the holy and the mortal world, performing sacred rites and offering services, or sacrifices, even more appropriate, in order to conduct worshippers into the presence of the divine. You are not necessarily a cleric. Performing sacred rites is not the same thing as channeling divine power, etc., etc., etc.
All right.
I get a holy symbol, tuning, prayer book or prayer wheel, 5 sticks of
Got it.
incense, vestments, and a set of common clothes, and a belt with 15 bucks.
So, clear the channel for a second for me, buddy. Since it did not give you guys equipment, you start with a certain amount of gold. Do you have that? That will
I
be
do.
wherever your inventory is.
It will say inside of your background.
Okay. If that is not actually in your inventory, do make sure that it gets added to your inventory. Also, I see that your currency section is blank. Okay. On your character class.
15. It says 15. I get 15 gold pieces, and that's what it says.
Okay, cool. Hold on just a second though. On your character sheet where you have those that currency section and there are those 6 blank lines.
Mhm.
I would like you to place the following. Yeah, I know, Google. That was my bad. I would like you to put in the following. PP is the first one.
E?
PP, as in Peter Peter.
Yep.
The next one is GP. Good Peter.
Good Peter.
Next will be EP. Epic Peter. He's the porn star.
I was gonna say that's. Oh, god damn it.
Next will be SP. Subpar Peter?
Simple Peter.
Simple Peter. I like that. And then next will be CP.
Crappy Peter.
Yeah.
Why does it have to be crappy? Why would you want a crappy
common.
Peter? Common Peter. Everybody's got a common Peter. Doesn't have to be a crappy Peter.
There was that one song about it, right? Common Peter, something like that.
Oh, that's right. I want to fuck with the common Peter.
Right.
I remember that one.
You know
I
that one.
want to
Yeah.
do whatever common Peters do.
Okay, the bubble directly to the left of each of those entries is
No,
where
there's
you put
one left.
the number for that. I know there's just one we're not using. That's where you put the number for what you have.
It's
Right. So if,
non-Peter.
for example, your background gives you 15 GP, then you would put 15 in the bubble next to GP.
Non-Peter.
Okay. I'm thinking guild artisan and cooking.
That makes sense. That actually makes a lot of sense to me.
Love it. Features. Shelter of the Faithful. I don't know what that is. Acolytes are shaped by their experience in temples or religious communities. Yeah, you don't even know. Their flaws might be hidden hypocrisy or a heretical idea, or an idea or a bond taken to an extreme. Table, acolyte personality trait. Table, acolyte ideal. Table, acolyte bond. Table, acolyte flaw.
Yep. So you want to drag that feature to the features list of your character sheet, which is under the abilities tab.
Okay. Up. Feature. Bing. And then the characteristics get thrown in there too, right? Where's that?
No. Those are tables for you to roll on if you want to.
Okay, so
How do I do it though? Oh, like that.
Right. And if you go into notes, you can see where that stuff
Robert
goes.
Harger. Who's this fool, Robert Harger, who's liking my stream?
Oh man.
What's up, Totag? Love you, mean it. What's up, Bob? And also
Somebody
Neo
ought to
Queen.
tag
Neo Queen
that
showing
dude's
up.
fucking toe.
Guess what? Neo Queen Serenity says, I'm watching D and also D on the DOP show.
D and also D.
welcome
So
everybody.
much D on the DOP.
Oh no.
You completed Resident Evil 2. Well, that's dope. That's cool.
Oh nice.
You're into them zombs. All right, so do I roll on this or do I just choose one?
Take your pick.
Okay, why do I have an inventory selection in my character
Mm.
creation screen and you guys didn't?
They may have skipped
What?
past it and not noticed it.
Didn't skip past it.
What?
I made sure to read everything. What do you mean?
Okay, I kind of want this one. I see omens in every event in action. The gods try to speak to us. We just need to listen.
In theory, I think you can just drag that text right over to the appropriate description space.
See, I have an inventory screen where I'm picking my
Suggested
inventory.
characteristics. Where does that even go?
I call favoritism.
Personality traits is where it goes. I see.
Yeah.
I see now. Boom.
Yeah,
So-
you sure as hell do. They did not have as many tabs as you do. I wonder if not all of the classes are as complete in this wizard.
Duh.
Possible?
Because,
Duh.
yeah, Omi had like 3 fewer. Oh, well, he didn't have any spells, though, maybe.
Well, right, spells. But I haven't done feats. I still don't have all my class done. But I did my background and work on
Do
inventory.
I have to do something from all of these suggested characteristics, or only suggested characteristics?
These are suggested. You can put whatever the fuck you want in
All right.
any of those fields.
Okay, well, I'm going to do the personality trait because I like that
You'd
one.
be like, believes in the fucking spaghetti monster.
No, that would be contrary to my actual character concept.
Trying to. Should I take the explorer's pack or the priest
So
pack?
now I'm kind of afraid this is going to be some like isekai shit, which is like you have your character concept, but really it's all bullshit because it's Inception. Bom bom.
If you click the little red dragon, it should open the description for them so you can compare them.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Congratulations, Neo Queen. Always cool when somebody completes a game. You might want to know that it's something like only 40% of players, like, I mean, I'm making up the statistics, I don't remember it, but it's less than half of game players tend to finish more than half of the big games they play.
It's less than a quarter.
Yeah, it's not very big.
23%.
Yeah, okay. I knew it was
on average.
pretty small.
Like, I mean, there's a margin of error, to be fair, but
well, because like
for most games, it hovers around 23%.
exactly, and that's the complicated part. Is like some people are going to finish a game because it's short. Some people are going to finish a game because they really loved it. Like there's a lot of variables, but overall, people don't finish games.
Yeah, y'all got robbed if you don't have what Watts has, by the way, because like that shit makes it easy.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like,
I don't,
I got
and I don't even have my
most of it.
equipment. Like I don't.
No, I got most of it. All I didn't get is my equipment.
I got my gold, but I don't get my equipment. Is there a book I can drag shit through? Like,
Which
shouldn't
is
I be
okay
getting
because
armor
all I
and
have
crap?
to do is look at my classes and see what kind of equipment I get and just drag
Yeah,
it.
if you click the little red
Classes.
dragon next to your class, it'll open up the description of the class, and you can go see what your equipment that it gives you is. And then
do
you
I-
can
do
just
I
drag
pull it-
into the list.
Do I pull it out of 5e SRD, D&D Dungeon Master's Guide, or Unearthed Arcana?
You can select.
No, what are you talking about?
Okay, classes lists 3
No,
paladins.
dude, on your character sheet.
Oh, well, who knows which one I chose?
That's the one that will open when you click the red dragon on the class
Paladin.
next to your character sheet's class entry.
Oh, you know what? There isn't one.
Yeah, there is. You just have to click on
Oh,
classes.
I found it. I
level,
found it.
and
I
then
found it. Oh, wow. Now it says I'm a... Why does it say I'm that kind of paladin?
Because you probably didn't pick your domain in the wizard.
No, I think I did, but...
We never talked about your oath. Well, you take your oath at third, actually, so that doesn't really matter.
I'm not worried about it exactly. I think it might fit with my character concept as I expressed it.
I think I'm going to be armor choice. I think is going to be leather. I think that makes sense. I don't see scale mail or chainmail being appropriate.
Yeah, that feels a little combat oriented, so that makes sense.
I mean, unless they're like decorative and
A
like
martial
candy
weapon and
colored.
a shield, or 2 martial weapons. Ooh, do I go Florentine clubs?
Dual maces.
Can I go 2 maces?
I think you can dual wield maces.
I think you have to take the feat for it. What weapon do I want to
Are they
use?
not finesse weapons? Oh, if they're martial weapons, they wouldn't be. Yeah, that makes sense.
2 martial weapons, yeah. Either a martial and a shield or 2 martial. But like, are hammers martial? Are clubs martial? Like, what's the list? And I'll take the priest pack. And I'll take chainmail and a holy symbol.
There we go. If you go click on items under campaign in the sidebar,
Indeed.
And then on that table, if you click weapons up there, up at the top,
Sure.
you see the gray button.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So in that list then is all of the different weapons. If you click the little red dragon next to each entry, you can go read about them and it'll tell you stuff.
I'm thinking quarterstaff or dagger. Well, no, I need a knife because cooking, but quarterstaff then, right?
No, you have knives and stuff in your cooking utensils. They're not combat knives. They're cooking
That's
knives.
Right.
fair enough. I'm
Like,
just trying to figure out.
You realize you're both going to be cooks.
None of this
No,
says
I actually
martial or
didn't
not.
realize
Oh,
you were
simple
being a
melee.
cook.
I
see
guess I
simple
didn't tell
melee.
you. Yeah,
Simple
my
melee.
character
Different kinds though.
cooks. Yeah, he cooks for animals.
Nice.
He knows what animals like because he cooks it and then he eats it as that kind of animal to make
Martial
sure it's
weapons.
just
Here
right.
we are. Wait.
Nice.
It's just good knowing that there's good food.
1d10 slashing glaive.
My character cries.
That's a two-handed. Flail. Give me a one-handed.
Actually, I
One-handed?
know I'm coming with a shield. Should I go with a light hammer then? Oh, that's one.
I think I'm
A
gonna
light
go.
ham-
Can I go
I could see it.
dual flail? Two flails?
A light hammer, shaped
What about
like
a mace?
big candy cane or something.
Well, so I was looking
Or
at
a big old
mace.
lollipop mace.
Lollipop mace.
Mace is a simple
Sold.
melee. I need two martials.
A lollipop mace. A lollipop mace.
No, but like
God.
mace here is simple. A simple weapon. It's simple melee. It's not a martial weapon. I need two martial weapons. So I step to the next page and step through the infused shit because I'm not looking at magic. Martial melee weapons. Here we are: battle axe, double-bladed scimitar, flail, glaive, great axe, great sword, halberd, lance, longsword, maul.
Okay. Do you want to know the rules on two weapon attacking?
Well, it has to not be a two-handed weapon, obviously.
Sure. Actually, let me explain explicitly though, because there's a mechanical consideration. When you take the attack action and attack with a light melee weapon that you're holding in one hand, you can use a bonus action to attack with a different light melee weapon that you're holding in the other hand.
So they have to
when
both
you make
be light.
That bonus attack, you don't use the ability modifier. If either weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon instead of making a melee attack with it.
Sure, melee or throw. Yeah. I can deal. I can see that. Well, in that case, I have to look at these light weapons and see if there's two that I'd want to do. Because right now it looked like I could shoot two short swords. That's not really what I want. That's so gory.
Yep. So it doesn't actually matter if they're simple or martial. It only matters that they're light.
I see.
On the holy symbol, should I care if it's a amulet, an emblem, or a reliquary?
I mean that's
gross.
That's kind of a
that's a
question, right?
Do you like carrying around corpse parts?
Why is this necklace a pound?
Because it's a reliquary.
No, the reliquary is 2 pounds.
Oh damn!
The reliquary is yeah. I don't know why the emblem is a pound. It must be solid metal.
Something heavy.
You carry that weight of your faith.
Nice.
That wizard is legitimately really nice.
Isn't it though? I didn't get a. I'm not saying it lists a priest's tome. Would that be a spell book?
Yeah, I have a thing called a priest pack that's like.
Yeah, so technically,
backpack blanket.
Priests don't exactly have a spell book. You sort of ask your god for the spells you want to use when you prepare spells.
Please enlighten me.
Canonically, you do it through prayer. You don't do it through study.
Well, if I do the background over here,
Damn it! Where do I get back to my armor and weapons that I can select?
That's under items.
I get a prayer book
Thank you, items.
or prayer wheel. And that was wanting.
Oh, okay. So a prayer book, you could just add a small book and rename it to prayer book. Because like it doesn't have any particular magical abilities or anything.
Gotcha. I may just hold off and see if I can just find one.
Well, regular chain armor, right? Like.
I mean, is that? I mean, well, yeah, I would.
Pretty sure that's.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure that's what
right.
it says. I get. It says I get chain armor.
I was about to say.
Is that just chain shirt?
I need to make sure I get a hold of a belt and where is it?
What does your class say you get, Omwa?
Let me look it up again.
I need a belt with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bags, satchels, cubby things.
All right, Omwa, dude.
Yes.
Close the classes window.
Boop.
Go to your character sheet.
Yes, this one.
Right. Go to your class there. Open that version of the class so you know exactly what you're looking at.
All right. I was there
You
before.
got to click the little expando next to your
say-
class name. It looks like a little pin, but it's actually a magnifying glass.
I saw that before. I got there before.
Yep. It's right on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
down right
get
there.
it.
Yep.
Paladin 1 is what I'm looking at, but here, I wonder if it's because this is open. Open, you stupid piece of shit.
What the hell, dude?
Ah, 4K is killing me.
Weird, yeah. I can open it. I have a 4K screen.
I'm sure you do. Paladin 1. It's okay, it's Paladin 1, right? That means it's not even.
No, that's first level paladin.
Oh.
Okay, you also didn't pick paladin. You picked anti-paladin.
Nice.
I didn't actually mean to do that, to be honest, but I don't hate it.
But it probably explains why your wizard wasn't correct.
Maybe. Shouldn't it have done all that by itself?
Anti-paladin's not,
Oh, here
like-
we are. Done. Nope, that's Acolyte. God damn it.
Yeah, you got to expand the magnifying glass. Like, it literally opens a whole other window.
That one. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Now click on the red dragon next to, yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And then you go down like this. Somewhere down here is like, there we go. Martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons. So I was going to say 2 martial weapons.
Yeah, so leave that window open. Like, set it off to the side or whatever.
Okay, so Toll the Dead because dinner bell. It works.
Yeah, do you maybe want to redo your character there?
I'm not worried about it, but I could.
Okay, so here's the thing. There's only one oath you can take as an anti-paladin.
Which is?
Oathbreaker.
Oh. I see it.
So you would need to go back and change to one of the other ones.
No, that doesn't work. That doesn't actually work.
Right. Like, so it does matter. I mean, you don't make that choice for a couple more levels.
Still,
but
no, that's not the one I would want to.
Like, all of the benefits of automation are going to be completely fucked for you if you continue with this character.
Got it. Well, let's undo that then.
Okay, go back to the character sheet. The characters window, rather.
Mm-hmm.
On the sidebar.
Yeah, I'm looking for it.
It's in the player section.
Oh, that's not expanded. There you go.
Yep, perfect. Okay, open the character window.
Character. There's not even
right.
one there because I guess it didn't get finished.
Okay, so something was clearly wrong with that character in the first place.
Like,
Then.
look, there's nothing even here.
Right. That's weird.
All right, character
okay.
wizard.
So, yeah, character wizard. Let's do this again.
I had such good rolls, though. Dice roll. Ooh, black dice this time. And, no, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
Considering what I want to do, I want my highest to be, well, actually I want my highest to be in charisma, but I want my second highest to be in strength, and I want that to be reasonably high. So it's okay because my rabbitkin's gonna let me like buff up some shit, and I can put my 8 in int like I want to. Oh fuck though, that makes me a tard though. Look at that. I guess that's all right. I guess that's all right.
2 points below normal.
Yeah, I know.
Demonstrably subpar.
Yeah, I know. Like, can I re-roll? No, there's no re-roll. Is there?
Yeah, there is.
How? Turn it off and start again.
No, top left next to where the drop down menu is. There's a little button.
Oh yeah, you didn't need to close that, dude. You should listen to people before you go off and do stuff.
I'm just busy being busy. That's still pretty crap.
Okay,
That's
right
the
next.
worst.
Yeah.
I found the button. Button. Oh, that's better.
That is literally the most annoying thing that Damien does. Please do not do that.
Do what?
I was asked not to.
Yep, unspeakable things, Verde. Unspeakable things.
We love it, though. We love it.
Okay, so my third cantrip. I've taken Toll of the Dead, Word of Radiance. I'm thinking mending because I like to mend my pots, etc. while I'm cooking, if need be.
It
Sounds
would be
good.
useful for a cook, sure. Mending is a really common cantrip, for what it's worth.
Okay. So now
Now go to the next tab. We're going to do these one by one. Do not jump ahead. Do not go to the end. Go to the next tab.
race.
Okay, pick your race.
We're going rabbit. Rabbit says select some languages. We're going to select Sylvan. Also, we're going to take the default racial modifiers. And the choice for my +1 is going to be charisma. Nope. Yeah. It's even numbers. And my choice for my +2 is going to be... Thank you so much, Verde Manzana, passing the joint.
Nice, Verde.
Probably strength, because I still did want to be strength and charisma. That's what I wanted to be. Big, strong, dumb,
sense.
nice, stupid.
Works good for a pally, too. Okay, next tab. That one looks done.
Class. That's going to be straight up paladin.
Okay, before you actually select it, though, click the red dragon next to it and make sure it's straight up paladin.
See that?
Scroll down. What are your oaths? Does that one include the oaths you want to take? They'll be at the very
No,
bottom.
it really doesn't. It just has Oathbreaker.
Yeah, that's anti-paladin. That's
But
not paladin.
It doesn't say that. What it says is Paladin, D&D Dungeon Master's Guide players.
Yeah, try. Are there other paladins?
Enhanced Paladin.
Are those literally the only two choices?
Enhanced Paladin, skill proficiency, athletics, insight, intimidation, medicine, persuasion, religion.
That isn't what I asked, actually.
No, I know. That's what happened when I clicked Enhanced Paladin.
Right, I didn't ask you to click Enhanced Paladin.
I know, but I can go back.
Plus sign. Yep, there you go.
Yeah. No, there's only the one Paladin here. It's the one after Monk.
Right. So there's just the one. That's interesting. I wonder why it only shows you anti-paladin, which isn't even in the Dungeon Master's Guide. That's in Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
Yeah, I agree. But then it also does the Paladin skill proficiency underneath it now, but only now that I had clicked that other one beforehand. Before that, it didn't show that. Is it a bug?
Are you sure it didn't show that?
Yeah, pretty sure. Can I unselect it? Oh, nope.
You pick a different class.
Druid. Still get. Oh, now it's got the Druid skill proficiency. Barbarian ain't gonna. Oh!
Yeah,
Yeah.
they all do. I mean, yeah.
They all do.
Yeah,
Artificer.
so I don't actually think it added it just because you clicked on Enhanced Paladin. I think it was there the whole time.
Alright, well, I just chose regular ass Paladin. And it says
Yeah, well,
choices
hopefully
2
when it comes time to take your oath, that won't be a problem.
or 2. Paladin 2?
No.
Still says anti-paladin. It still has the
Yeah,
same.
let's stop it. Stop. Do not change your level past 1.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Okay. Could be a sidekick expert. We're gonna go with paladin.
Yeah.
And then skill proficiency is going to be persuasion. And then I get another choice.
Expand the next tab.
I get 2 choices actually, apparently.
Yeah, that's cool. We talked about this last time, right?
Yeah.
So make your second
Inside.
choice.
I did. And then multi-class, I'm not gonna choose a multi-class, right?
I mean, what level are you now?
1.
Yeah,
We don't multi-class.
So I don't think you could multi-class at 1 even if you click the button.
So we go to background. And then the background I was going to go for, I actually what was it? Acolyte. Ding. And then languages. And then I flexed a little bit here and did that because of my stuff. I have no feats. Class is now red.
Yeah, that means you have stuff that you didn't finish there.
Oh, I get one other. Oh, I can't have what I had, so I have to pick a different thing. So we're going to do that.
The wizard doesn't allow for double proficiency.
Got it.
Did the where you
what?
I thought I saw an inventory button.
Dude.
What? There was no inventory button. I just went to commit.
Did you do your feats? Or your paladin spells?
There were no feats. My paladin spells are divine sense and lay on hands.
What race did you pick?
Rabbit.
Right. Okay.
That one. Do they have built-in traits?
And sir, you did have inventory, and you did have feats.
Yeah, you literally just fucking bailed before you were done.
I did?
Yep.
I just went through the whole thing myself.
I will try again.
New tabs get added while you're doing stuff.
All right.
Not in the character selection window. You can close that, honestly.
So is mending not really worth taking as a cantrip?
No, it's a fantastic cantrip. It's always worth having.
Yeah, I was going to say one of the
used all the
reasons it's
time.
so common is because it's very handy, right?
Hey. And it says I get 5 spells. That's amazing. At least if I'm reading this right. Oh, I can only use 2 of them a day, or short rest. Okay. You destroy water because cooking.
Did you notice that after you finished that last tab, it added a bunch of new tabs over there?
This one here, I see it now.
Right, that says inventory.
I see it now. It doesn't have a little red thing. See how Feats has a red
Right,
thing?
because you can elect not to use your gold.
Yeah, I see it now. I was following the green check marks and the red things in the UX.
The UX only tells you what is necessary, not what is voluntary.
Yeah, apparently so. I'm gonna take the priest pack. I'm gonna take an antimatter rifle. What game are we playing here, Snipe Hunter?
An antimatter rifle, wow.
Good luck finding ammunition for that.
Hey, if it comes with a fully loaded magazine, it might only be the holy fucking relic we need to destroy everything. One shot from an antimatter rifle and the dragon gets gone, you know?
2 shots, but it's 68 necrotic. That's actually pretty fucking epic.
You just hold on to that shit till the end game, and we're gonna take out Necresis, the goddess of death. Motherfucker. Antimatter rifle, though. I think you might have seen to your upgrades. Shotgun is another one I think might be a little out of line.
No, it's probably coming from the SRD shit. I always usually turn that off. I just forgot to this time.
Laser pistol, laser rifle, revolver. I really
rifle automatic. I'm into it, dude. You should take it.
Know how to use an M16, but I don't have one.
Johnny got a gun.
Oh, okay. So
last choice. Y'all want to dual wield fucking hammers or some shit?
I don't think hammers are light, are they?
Not sure, and I can't exactly tell here.
You can hit the little red dragon to open up the info on it.
Indeed.
So
see.
That's a UX thing throughout the entirety of the software for what it's worth.
That's a heavy. Mauls are heavy. Morning stars?
Level 1 spells. I got Create Destroy Water, Cure Wounds, Healing Word, Purify Food and Drink, Detect Poison Disease, maybe?
All right.
Or Bless?
This says martial weapon. It says weight 4 pounds. It does not say properties anything else.
None of these are light, I don't think. And that makes sense because a paladin isn't really a light weapon fighter. Excuse me.
No, but a dual wielder, man.
Yeah, I mean sword and board.
Yeah. I like dual short sword, but those aren't here either. Automatic pistol.
I think you can dual fight with hand axes.
Oh, okay. I'm in dual hand axes. That's exactly the right.
You want to ask him a question twice? Nice.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like crunchy axes.
Clubs are also light.
They're not in my list. They are in my class. They're down in my class choice. 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's because they're not martial weapons. They're simple weapons. But if you took one,
so I just took hand axe. I want to take dual hand axe.
Will it let you take both?
No, but can I grab over here? That's like a hand axe. I mean, Maul's two-handed. Warhammer's two-handed. I guess I'm going to go with Maul. And then class choice 2 will also be Maul.
You can't dual wield those.
No, I know, because they're a two-handed weapon. You're right. Battle axe, because it's like
any of the martial weapons.
No, I know. That's why I was going to pick 2 that were similar to the hand axe, and then I took hand axe for class choice 3. Maybe I'll take Maul and great axe.
You don't get 3 weapons.
No, I know, but these are, I think this is equipment. Yeah. All right.
Right. You start with the following equipment: a martial weapon and a shield, or 2 martial weapons.
Or 2 martials. I took a light and a martial.
5 javelins.
Yeah, they don't give me the 5
simple
javelins.
Melee weapon.
Oh, okay. Well, I got my simple melee out of that.
Right. So that's where your hand axe comes from, but your other 2 won't be simple. That's all I'm saying.
But I do get both of the other ones?
Right. And then a priest pack or an explorer's pack.
I got the priest
or
pack.
you get one and a shield if that's your preference.
No, I don't want one in a shield. I wanted 2 weapons.
Just remember you can't actually wield
can't-
them at the same time,
nah.
so you might want to pick them for different utility. For example, something with reach is one of your weapons, and something without reach is your other one. Maybe
That makes tons of sense.
Right. So like antimatter rifle and revolver.
Shotgun, come on. You don't know how I fight.
Good
You
call.
don't know how I
Yep,
fight.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's Doom. Sorry, I was thinking, like Halo, but gotcha.
No, I'm going Maul and Trident and hand axe.
Can I given my character's background, can I have proficiency in firearms, but no firearms?
That's pretty funny. I mean,
You had dreams. You had dreams about how that shit would work.
If there was a way to put proficiency firearms in your character sheet via the
and then feats
via the wizard, sure.
Says the feat when I click on feats, it just turns to a green arrow and says this character doesn't have any feats.
Yeah,
you don't
but that
get
way
no
you know
feats.
that you've actually done it. Or they should have honestly done the same thing for inventory, but okay, now it looks like you're legitimately done, other than you haven't given your character a name.
No, I'm doing it now. My name is Jory. I actually don't even remember my other name. Jory.
It was like John
Jansen. I know.
Dwayne Dibley or something like that.
Dibbleson.
That's what it was.
Jory Didlington. It's in chat there.
Oh, it's Didlington. Thank you. Didlington.
He used to be a librarian.
What do they do at that town?
What the hell is wrong with all these people?
You know what they do in that town. That's where
I'm
Jory came from.
Didlington. You know what they say about people from Didlington, you know?
They have big dicks.
Okay, so I have to choose a cleric specialization. So I have to choose one of those domains.
Right. I mean, you could technically skip it and commit your class without it and manually add all the domain stuff instead if you preferred.
Isn't there custom domain selection?
Yeah, hit save down at the bottom.
Committed.
Okay,
I am now committed.
there we go.
Yeah, you will still have to go manually add your candy domain shit, because otherwise you're going to rob yourself. But
yeah, I thought there was a way though, at least in 5e, to do manual.
Oh shit! And that gave me my money. That gave me my hand axe and my maul and my shit. Like that all worked.
In Fantasy Grounds, you can add anything you want just by adding an entry to your character sheet. It's just that because he doesn't have the domain, it's not going to auto level him. He's going to have to do all of it himself.
Okay, and the coins were GP, EP.
Oh, you got to do them in order. So it's PP, GP, EP, SP, CP.
SCP?
PP, GP, EP.
Yeah, it's actually PP, EP, GP, right? Oh no, wait.
How funny! It gave me my gold, but it reset all of my treasure.
Platinum, gold, electrum, silver,
copper.
Actually, I think silver's before electrum. Hold on, let me double check.
Yeah, I have to reset mine because when it rebuilt my character from the wizard, it rebuilt my treasure.
Yep. Okay. So it's platinum, gold, electrum, silver, copper. So you were right. Watts.
Ha ha ha. That doesn't happen that often. I'll take a win.
Platinum, gold, electrum, silver, copper, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And if it ends up that we need more, I'll add more later. But that's the standard.
We have an empty one for bits.
D&D, so.
Okay, this is a little annoying. I only have 2 pieces of equipment. Oh, that's irritating.
Oh no, is there a thing that you need to do that we didn't do to commit them? Do you have all of your equipment, Ombar?
I do. Amulet, hand axe, maul, trident.
I added all of my equipment in by hand.
It may be because I didn't actually finalize it properly.
Right, I wonder if it's because you didn't commit your domain. I bet you that's what it is.
Looks like I don't have my armor.
Sorry, dude.
Is what is. How do I do the domain thing?
It does give me my hand.
You'll have to. You have the sheet, the PDF with your domain, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if you go to, is it ability? Yeah, if you go to abilities, that gives you your list of feats, features, traits, and proficiencies and stuff.
Yeah.
If you press the little green plus under each of those categories, it'll add an entry, and then you can just paste the text in.
I think I get it. I think I get chain armor.
Yeah, you do. It's interesting that it didn't add it automatically now that you mention it. Straight chain, not chain shirt.
Yep. Chain mail and a holy symbol. And I even got my holy symbol. I just didn't get chain mail.
Yeah, it's weird that it didn't add it automatically because you don't actually get a choice. So
yeah, that's exactly what I was just saying. Not infused, but regular chain mail. Not chain shirt.
I have so many windows open right now.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm actually filtering some
Scale
down.
mail, half plate. Wait a minute. There's no regular chain mail in here.
Yeah, there is.
Chain shirt, chain shirt, chain shirt. Infused hide armor. I don't see chain mail at all.
It's a medium armor, so you got to keep going.
Would it be a feature for the candy domain?
Medium armor.
Yeah, that would be most of the stuff in Candy Domain is a class feature. Some of it might be traits or feats if it says so, but generally, class stuff is features.
Chain shirt. Infused chain shirt. Infused chain shirt. Breastplate. Infused breastplate.
Just
blah,
type
blah, blah.
chainmail into the search window.
Well, that's too easy.
I have no guarantee it's going to work. It just feels like it ought to. It might laugh at you instead.
It says chain shirt, infused chain. Ah, chain mail is heavy armor.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's not going to be in the light armor list, but yeah.
Patches. All right.
I forgot it's heavy and not medium. I just switched to half plate in another campaign, so I just went from heavy back to medium.
Yeah, I know. I'm in that campaign. I'm also in that campaign, and I just also went to half plate because you did. And I went, that's very clever what you did there. Do.
Yeah, I actually got an extra armor, an extra AC, and I dropped 15 pounds off my encumbered ass. It was dope.
Me too. Exactly the same. Yeah, I went, that's a good trick what you did there, sir. I'm going to do it too.
Okay, do we have all of our characters?
I have to go build up my...
Yeah, build.
You probably see a few copies of Phaleon Embermoon. You can delete the ones that don't have real at the end.
Amulet, chainmail, hand axe,
Nah, I
maul,
see more
trident,
Jories
money.
than I see Phaleon.
I think I'm good.
I do see a lot of Jory Didlingtons here. Hey, Omar.
Yes.
Can you add like some sort of like clan tag or something to your to the name of your actual characters so that I know which one to delete? Because that way, if I delete your actual character, it'll be way more funny.
Right. How about that? Does that work?
The real one?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, I'm done. You can name it back. Verde, are you Miguel Yolo?
Yeah.
Not Verde Verd.
No.
Okay, cool.
I saw another thing, and it worked with the character idea that I had, so I went that way instead of a barbarian. I'm still a barbarian,
Gotcha.
but no longer a bird.
Gotcha, different spin. Cool. Okay, then if we all have our characters, let us begin. Why don't we start by having you all roll initiative?
Yeah, it's one of those
fair
games.
warning, I don't have gear.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not actually going to get into a fight. I'm establishing a turn order.
Where's the init roll in this fucking machine?
Drag your plus
It's
5.
on the main tab.
It says init right there, but you
Yeah,
drag
just
it?
drag your plus 5.
Oh, I get it. Okay. I like that it chose for me a black dice. Black dice is a good choice.
Everybody gets back die first.
Okay, way to ruin the magic, Verde. Thanks.
Mine's
I just wanted to be honest.
Well, it wasn't
True,
black. When
that
I
is
when I
more.
rolled last, it was a different color, but that's probably because I changed it last time we played.
Well, it's a different campaign, so it should have reset you back to default. Yeah, mine are a nice blood red, personally.
Yeah, mine was
Honestly,
one
I
color,
wish-
and then they turned to black as soon as I do 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 do. My dice they turn.
Interesting.
black.
I wish I had the freedom to turn my other colors instead of black and white. I find it very lazy that I can only make the dice different colors.
What are you talking about?
I can only make my dice numerals, black and or white.
Oh, you mean you can't make red ink or yellow ink or yeah?
That is lame. I agree.
I didn't say lame. I said lazy.
Well, they
I
might.
made
Do they
it.
charge for it though?
No. It's lame that they were lazy about it. How about that?
All right. No, that's great, good, gracious, Steven.
To be fair, that is how it worked in the old Fantasy Grounds, so they probably just never considered plussing that feature anymore.
No colors anymore.
Sure, but I wanted black dice with golden letters.
Yeah, that would
see
be dope. I
Verde
agree.
go by dressed in his summer clothes.
Or the classic black dye red ink, you know?
Yeah.
Verde's summer clothes, by the way, leather pants. Not even kidding.
Leather
Yes.
pants.
Leather pants, leather jacket. I don't have a leather shirt yet because that's a step too far.
Okay,
Okay.
since I already have, sorry.
No, go for it, dude.
Since I already have cooking utensils proficiency, I get to choose a second tool proficiency.
Makes sense.
You're at tool proficiency.
Not really. I haven't been in that band for a while.
I know.
I'm thinking brewers.
Ooh, I like that. That makes sense.
Is either that or herbalism.
Right.
Well,
Also,
I've
a
already
good one
got
for
herbalism.
a candy maker.
I've got herbalism covered.
Gotcha.
You into herbalism?
So
I was gonna say my weed dealer asked me what my favorite strains were tonight.
under a character, would that be out of?
My weed dealer asked me what my favorite strain individually was tonight, and I said my favorite strains, plural, and she went,
Right.
all right, let's just set that straight right first. And I was like, it was good shit.
Would that be under skills, feats?
No, it's under proficiencies, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I've been dragging and dropping. So it would just be brewer supplies then, right?
Right. Yeah. You did. I understand what you're saying now. Yeah, you just type it in.
Okay.
So what's the setting?
Hold on. I
Not
want to make
group.
sure that everybody's the reason I'm establishing a turn order is because we're gonna do this one by one.
I'm with you, D&D man.
Okay.
That doesn't mean y'all I'm not gonna split out into private channels or anything. I just want to do it all proper.
For sure.
But I want to make sure everybody's happy with their character concepts before we actually start. So.
I think I'm misrepresented by the class name, but only because people usually have one thing in mind when they think of the word paladin, and I'm not.
Fucking babysitter.
Yeah, so actually, if I was gonna gush about a good thing that 5e did, its revamp of paladins would be what I would gush about.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah. Paladins aren't so much babysitters anymore.
Well,
Yeah, not only that, they're not.
Wouldn't
they don't
come
force
off.
you to play an asshole anymore.
The
You're not an
character that I
extremist
am,
unless you take the extremist path. You know.
right? Yeah, the character that I am wouldn't come off as a spiritual warrior, basically at all, unless you consider that one dude you met back in 1978 that was really into kung fu and tai chi and
Right.
talked to you about,
And for what it's worth, 5e paladins aren't exactly spiritual warriors unless that's the kind of paladin you chose to be.
Right. I'm really more everyone
They're
should love
about
each other.
the oath they take.
Yeah, we all should love each other.
Yes, there's a ton of different choices. Sorry, I keep rolling off my push to talk. But what I was saying is, because there are subclasses, those subclasses represent the different kinds of oaths you can take. And so, there's a ton of flavor in that character class now, instead of being the fucking buzzkill of the party.
Right. Yeah, which is why I was like, I guess I'm playing a paladin, but I don't think I'm playing a paladin, really. Maybe it feels more like a monk, you know?
I was going to say, you may even want to multi-class into monk after a while, like depending on how you play your character.
Yeah. I was going to say, paladin works for what I am, but I kind of feel like it will give the wrong idea to people that have the standard tropes.
I was going to say, though, there's a whole, like,
and as you said,
Vita, like, arc for your character if you play it right, though.
Right. Yeah, it hit me all at once. I was actually riding my one wheel when I was like, oh, wait a minute. I know what I'm going to play.
Oh, you can't just copy paste, what?
Nope.
Oh, you poor bastard.
I tried finding where it was listed, and nope. So manual entry it is. Go. So yeah.
Okay, well, since we're doing this in order and a bunch of you tied for 12, if you're
I'll go
not ready
last.
when I... Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, if you're not ready by the time I call you, we'll just make you go last and let you...
Just let me go last. I'll
crawl through hell. Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen cooking. Shut up.
For sure.
Oh God.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta do a thing really quick. See, the problem with actually prepping is then you have to use all the shit you prep.
Mm-hmm. I went and bought a module, guys.
Right? I actually, up until we started playing, what was it, last year or the year before, I hadn't bought a module in a decade or more. More, actually. I straight up hadn't bought a module in more than 20 years.
Well, you know me. I buy modules to consume them and build them into my world, but this one that I bought for you guys, I bought specifically because the blurb was like, hey, you can play this on a Saturday night with your friends, and it would be over on Saturday night with your friends on your show, and it would be sick. And I was like, that sounds perfect! And I bought it. And it's so uniquely like set for like you, Verde, Neuro, Watts. You know, like it's so much a module that's like, okay, this isn't about combat. This is about player characters,
problem solvers and
problem
puzzlers,
solvers.
Which I actually, I'm super looking forward to it, to be honest. Man.
It's you guys that would rather not fight. Y'all would rather do some weird hack with your weird ass hybrid characters. You know what? I'm here for it.
All right, Neuro, you're first since you rolled highest on our turn order list here.
Yeah.
So, your legendary neurotoxin. You and your friends are gathering to play D&D, and you have created a concept character that you are carrying as you walk to the table. It being the first time that you've played a physical game, since the pandemic. You go to cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me a little bit about yourself and your character concept. Who are you, and how do you meet Truck Coon?
I'm sorry, which character concept? Legendary neurotoxin?
Yeah, well, talk about the character he's bringing to the table.
So the character he's bringing to the table is a druid named Phaleon Embermoon. He's kind of a nice guy. He's a halfling, so generally nice, happy-go-lucky sort of people. They're like those people that Steve Garrett rhymed with his signature race Bobbits. Except very much more.
Wait, you're saying you're a small person?
Yeah, very, very much more of a.
In real life, you're a small person?
No, the character concept he's bringing to his game.
Oh, okay. Legendary
druid.
neurotoxin though is just a tall guy with a kind of an afro-y sort of like thing going on.
There's just a lot of hair. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just making sure I got my images right. Just making sure I got my mental images right.
So, he comes from an order that, well, the Lotus Den tribe itself lives. This sect of it specifically lives in the woods in the Gulfmere Forest. A certain area of it in particular that, while there's money paying all the local powers that be for all the protections and sanctions to keep the place from being overhunted or, logged or burned or any of that sort of stuff. They still need to play an active role in making sure the place stays nice and stay safe and well taken care of. But aside from being this druidic people with various different druidic circles that represent the different clans within it, maybe about 2,000 strong halflings, the Lotus Den contingent that's out in the forest here. The Ember Moon family has a very specific role. They're the ones who are specializing in cooking food, not just for normal folk, but they specialize in cooking food for animals. You see, in order to keep the area nice and safe and protected so it doesn't get, ransacked, and to keep all the legal protections and everything in place, they got to make some money. And so this feed is sold at a couple local trade stops, the feed that they make for animals. It is guaranteed to be eaten by even the fuzziest eaters. The secret is that the family itself, every full moon, drinks a very rare essence that only grows in their druidically monitored area of the forest, where for about 5 minutes or so, you'll turn into a beast form. Usually, if you're inexperienced or uninitiated, it'll be the form of whoever your parent or patron is.
It's Druid MT. DMT,
And so,
Druidic
Yeah,
MT.
DMT, right? Exactly.
And
Little
do
R
you just
between
like
the
tell
T's.
people that? Like it's just like, hey, by the way, once a year, if you're gonna hang out here with us, you're gonna have to like be a monster, just for a
Shit's
minute.
Shit's gonna get wild.
It's gonna get real, but only for like 5 minutes, and then you're gonna be golden, right? We call it druidic.
But it's a family secret, so no, it's more like if they really trust you, they're like,
it's druidic magic therapy is what we call it. We call it druidic magic therapy.
If you're not one of the Circle of the Moon from that specific Lotus Den tribe, no, you would never get to witness.
Yeah, exactly. I was just making sure, like, because I'm like, this sounds like something you wouldn't have told me, a person you just
No. This is me describing the character concept to whatever was it, Truck Raccoon?
Truck-coon.
Yeah.
Truck-coon, right? Truck-coon. Who is Truck-coon? Okay. Are you Truck-coon?
Oh wow! Am I the only one that knows this meta?
you will soon all learn. Don't you fear.
All right, so so that's one of the things he's been in the form of various
the dungeon master. Oh no!
Different animals and eaten food with their palates and their mouths to know what's the ideal mouthfeel, what's the ideal flavor profile.
That's a hell of a way to quarter a market, by the way.
What things they can even taste. Yeah, exactly. And
I've always wondered.
These trade stops have people coming from all the fuck over, like the richest, bushiest. If you're a dog or horse breeder, you're coming to this trade stop. You have a private courier that's just bringing this stuff on a schedule.
Right, because they know their shit, man. If you yeah, I totally see it. Yep.
No, dude, there are stores around here in real life where Verde goes to buy his cat food. That's like, fillet of fucking fish and shit. Like, it's all super, super hoity-toity and bougie, and it all says on the label, guaranteed to be delicious for your animal. And I'm like, how do you know?
Like, yeah, well, in this case, they actually do know. So that's basically their both race and background. They're from the Lotus Den tribe, and this specific sort of thing, the specialized cooking for all the various types of animals and beasts and stuff, that's what they do. So whatever it is that needs to be cooked for, they've got their giant recipe book. You know, it's got all sorts of things about like diet and palate and eating behaviors and portioning and stuff.
Right. I was gonna say, I
Well,
bet that's almost a bestiary in its own right.
it
Like not
is.
just a cookbook. Yeah.
And it's got like lots of stuff, detailed images, that have been drawn and printed in them and stuff. Even has blank pages for, extra entries as you go along. So it's that's basically their trade. And at some point they pretty much mastered it. They had it all down. They've got everything. And one of the elders at one of the meetings basically kind of nonchalantly said, all right, well, you've learned everything there is to learn here. In order to advance in your training as a druid, you got to kind of go out and see the world. So, pick a direction and shoo after the night's over. Have fun. I
Right
was
on.
at one of the trade stops.
Right on. That's a
Like it's
cool
just a
concept.
casual thing.
Yeah, I get it. Almost Pokemon journey there.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where they're coming from. They are the chef de cuisine for uh, animals and beasts of all kind.
Cool, man. So, you're walking like across a crosswalk as you're thinking about your character, and you're so lost in thought that you don't actually notice when Truck Coon delivers his divine kit.
Kun Kun. Oh no.
Look at the
Yeah,
it's say
So,
I guess it's
Look at the what?
there's a blinding flash, and something akin to a thud is the last thing you feel as you shuffle this mortal coil.
Oh
And,
no.
and unfortunately, die. Yeah.
No.
Hold that thought. Miguel Yolo Verde.
yeah.
You are on your way to your first in-person game since the pandemic. Clutching
So
in,
Terranin, but I think that actually despite the volume, the timing was perfect.
clutching in your hands your character concept.
Dude,
So tell me.
dude, this character concept is great. I've been working on it for like weeks, right? I've been watching this one anime, and so I figured, with my new librarian job just down and pat, that I would take this concept from this manga, totally rip it off, because I know these people haven't read anything. And yeah, I'm a reborn barbarian sage whose character is actually a reincarnated isekai character from our world, a contemporary named Miguel.
What a great idea!
I know, right? And Miguel, just like me, was a librarian, right? Before ultimately he
I
was
mean, it's a little Mary Sue, but okay.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Always,
hence the
though.
reason.
I mean, doesn't that
It's
fit?
hence the reason he's a sage. Actually, is the fact that even though he woke up on a cart, rolled off and just like kind of woke up, not realizing what the hell happened to him. He had flashbacks of his librarian life, which is why he's a sage, right? And he knows all of these languages and stuff. Apparently, like his memories of this character's adventures, right? Mixes with his like real life contemporary adventure life and shit like that. So it's like he knows a lot of shit, but he doesn't know who he actually is, right? Because he's still like what 16, 14 is a part-time job, right?
Right.
So it's great, right? He wakes up in the old dead body of a person who, he has no idea who they are, but their life is definitely going to affect them.
Got it.
Yeah,
That's a cool concept.
Yeah, he's an isekai dude, just basically nothing. He might have like a couple of javelins on his back because he was picked up off the battlefield. His body is that of an old dead man, but he has the heart of a 16-year-old librarian sage.
Got it. I like it. And as you're considering this, ironically, you have just enough time as you look up from your reverie to see your own reflection in the windshield of Trepkun's baleful glare as the end comes.
We all get hit by a car.
And hold that thought.
I found the Candyman PDF. It can copy paste.
Ah, nice, dude. Nice.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And save.
Oh, whoa. Hey, what happened to you there, Miguel?
I tried to press the button to close the other thing, and I closed the wrong thing.
Oh no.
Wow, and now I have to update again. Okay, cool.
Oh no.
Okay, now I have to build my inventory. This is doable.
Yeah, you should just have to drag items over. Okay. Omwa,
Indeed.
you are on your way to your first physical game since the pandemic. Clutched in your hands is the character sheet of a new character that you're going to try to play at this table.
God, it's been so long.
Yep. Tell me a little bit about yourself and the character that you intend to bring to the table.
All right. Hey, I've been playing D&D like for ages, like since I was a kid. I love D&D, and like I've been missing it. I've really been missing just the together. I mean, you can play online, but it's not quite the same as sitting at the same table, with people playing. And so I'm so excited, and I went for something I haven't done like in forever. Like I never play lawful good characters ever. I especially never played lawful good fighters. What the fuck, right? But I had this character concept that I thought was perfect. Like, and that was I'm gonna present myself to everybody at the table as though I am a like just mooned out lover of Sune, goddess of love, right? Just shaven head, like I'm completely reborn in the image of love. I'm here for all of us. But the cool part is that like actually my character was raised in a Baal cult. And he just flexed hard against it. He was just like, no, it can't be murder. It can't be
classic teenage revolt.
Murder. What?
I'm not like you, Dad.
I'm not like you people. So I know everything about. I can speak the language of devils, but I don't like to admit it, and nobody knows that. And I have shaven my head and completely dedicated myself to the goddess of love because I'm not a Baal worshiper. But nobody knows it. Everybody else is just going to see me as a really loving person.
Right, well, because you're out of that cult, so nobody knows.
That's right, I left.
They don't know the context, yeah.
Exactly. I shaved my head, and I know, and now I carry flowers, and I love people, and I'm all about love. Love.
Right. In fact, I'd imagine that in some of the like large-sized but less metropolitan settlements of the Forgotten Realms, people would probably think you were like a, like an opium eater, like a poppy eater. Yep. You know what I mean? Like they probably wouldn't take you seriously at all.
No, you don't understand. You just don't understand. When you understand like I do, then it all makes sense. You see? I mean,
yeah, I do. I do. I get you. I get you.
They just take my hand.
Did you not get the? Why are you listed as asleep there?
You should just take my hand. You say to a little girl who was in the street.
Right.
Anyone.
It's as you cross the street. You're so engrossed in considering the technique of how you're going to play your character that you don't notice the very large delivery truck as it slams into you, bringing the front of your rib cage out the back of your rib cage.
Oh, wow. Huh?
Yeah, also you should totally click inside that window so you're not asleep, so that you actually get the shit that I send your character.
How do I? What window are you talking about?
The game.
Oh, I know. Hold on. This window.
Wow, the DM can know whether or not you're actually clicked in window or not. That's some big brother shit.
Big motherfucking brother. I was just thinking it. Kurt.
Can you tell when
I was looking.
You can tell him I'll tab right this very second.
Did that work?
No, it's a timeout. If the window loses focus for a certain amount of time, you get listed as away.
Oh. Is that better?
Yeah, unfortunately I don't think you're gonna be able to see do me a favor, go to images under campaign.
Yes. What am I
My
looking
character's
for?
gonna go mad. My character is an isekai character with the memories that they have from their previous world of an isekai character.
Change the category to, I guess it's technically safer word.
Being interjected with the memories of the person of the world that they were born into.
That's the drop down at the top there.
That's what I thought.
I got like 3 levels of memory inception going on in my character.
That's what I was
start
thinking.
with an I and it's all caps.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the stream to catch up so I can see if that worked.
Does not. Items, maps. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's in there. Maybe it's under uncategorized. We can try that. Oh! What's this? Stares intensely.
Okay, so at least you got that one. Okay.
I don't know what it means, but I did get it. Oh, look. You're sending me more things. Truxan. Yes, your average protagonist. This needed to be on the stream, so thank you.
Hey, man, I prepped for this shit.
Clearly you did. I wondered why Truxan was the name, and now I know.
It's probably Sama, to be honest.
It should be. You're not wrong.
Truxama!
Truxama put you down.
No, sure enough.
Yeah, everything goes red in a haze of pain. And hold that thought. How you doing, Candy Cleric?
Building my sheet. I lost a piece of paper. I want to go hyperactive. I want to eat sugar. I want to go fast. I want to go everywhere and do all the things that make the tasty food. I am a fat guy and I like food. Do you like candy? Would you like a piece of candy?
I mean, who doesn't like candy, right?
Exactly.
I literally made a t-shirt for a friend of mine in 5th grade that said Fluffy likes food, and they called him Fluffy because he was the fat kid.
It's fitting. Yeah, no, I found a deal on Reddit, Candy Domain. Thought it was going to be a great concept to build a character around. I originally, I wanted to be a fairy, like a little floating puffball as just bounce all over the place.
Had you just seen that Pixar movie about the King of Candy?
I've seen it. Not going to make that the character I'm going to play because I would only play that if I could be the race car girl because that would be effing amazing.
Because yes.
But we can't do that here.
Are you my main man? My main man.
I'm going to wreck some Ralph. Anyways.
I love Sarah Silverman. Sarah Silverman's dope. Gotta say it.
Okay.
Shout out Sarah Silverman on Dope Crew channel.
I started building a character, couldn't go that direction, so instead I went Tiefling, which most people, when they think Tiefling, they think this evil, monstrous person with horns and tail and bad.
I'm pretty sure Vanellope is a Tiefling. No, Vanellope is a Tiefling. I think you have not strayed from your original trajectory, sir.
You're not exactly. Yeah.
Dress also, it how you like.
I went with a specific subgroup of Firna, which happens to be the friendliest of the Tiefling. She is a great talker. She loves feeding people, finding out why they're doing what they're doing, and there's just some great abilities that comes from being one of hers. I was like, it ties in again. So I was just like, I had fun. Unfortunately, I lost my piece of paper that had all of my equipment, so I'm going to have to borrow someone's book and fix that once I get to the meeting.
Probably lost it when you got hit by truck sand.
Gotcha.
I had that
like...
third sheet.
Yep, totally. It's here somewhere. Oh, nope, this is a receipt from Burger King. Yeah, okay. So you are walking to your first physical game, since the pandemic started. Looking for that third sheet. You sort of spin around in place, which puts your back to the large truck that hurtles through the intersection, heedless of the light. Speaking of the light, as you sort of feel yourself
You're gonna go towards it
forward for a moment, as if a great hand had pushed you from behind. You do in fact find yourself going towards the light, the street light that you were just hurtled in the air towards. And in fact, the last thing you see is it as it begins to divide your skull in twain. And I'm afraid that's the end, Watts.
Go into the light, Watts.
Awesome.
There's peace.
I went out with a splitting headache.
In the light.
I'm a trope. Sorry, may as well laugh about it, right?
Indeed. Okay. I would like all of you to roll a d12.
D12.
Motherfucking 12! Yeah!
Boom. I'll stick with my
12 buddies! Yeah!
I'll
We're
stick
all
with
multiples of 4!
Twinsies Bear Day. I'll
multiples of
stick with
4
my black dice. Black dice. Black dice, by the way, is my D&D oriented nerdcore project I'm going to be spinning up in the next year or so.
Right, it's one of those rap metal things, right?
Exactly. Black dice. That's what it's going to be called.
Yep. Okay. Remember this number. I will explain why later, but this is your divine number. It may or may not come up from time to time.
12. My divine number is 12. Verde, you and I. Verde, you and I. We're the 12ers. Kind of spooky. Isn't it kind of spooky? Am I wrong? Seems kind of spooky to me.
Sorry, I was recording. I was recording your divine numbers for my own notes. Also all multiples of 3. Interesting.
Well, as they should be. That's
well,
how magic
I guess
works.
all multiples of 4, not 3. Excuse me, my bad.
No, 3 is how magic works.
Yeah, these are all multiples of 4, though. But you're a party of 4, so there may be some relevance there.
Oh, there's other 12ers. Who was the other 12er? Watson? Oh, Watson's a 12er also?
Nope.
Watson's an 8. But we're
I'm looking at the inits here.
Those are
right.
inits. That's not.
Okay.
That's
okay.
not. Yeah. That was turn order.
I get you. Okay.
Okay. For all of you, the various hazes and lights all coalesce, and you find yourselves standing together as a group on a large, let's call it football field size, like large enough to be expansive, but not large enough that you can't see the edges of it. A plain of pure white marble. The sky above you is a brilliant field of stars shot through with blue luminous gas. Except that the majority of you guys don't have a direction. There's no way to know, so let's call it north. The majority of the northern sky is dominated by the blue-green sphere of a planet. There are, from what you can tell, it's spinning very, very quickly, which you can't, You can't really tell whether that means it's literally spinning quickly or time is moving at a different rate in this weird place or what.
We're on a marble surfboard.
But within, about 15 seconds of looking at it, it has performed one full rotation, which gives you an opportunity to see that there are several large continents, 4 of them, in fact, sort of floating as islands in an otherwise oceanic planet. It's covered with, clouds. It seems to be bathed in the light of a sun, somewhat like the one you're familiar with. The various continents are all roughly the same size. They're hard to distinguish from the distance that you're at, but they're brown green blobs. They're kind of like your average potato shape rotated in various directions on the map.
Are these folks standing around me?
Yeah, you all know each other. You guys were the people who were going to play together, so.
How did we meet?
You guys coalesced there.
No, I mean, how did we meet in the first place? Was it BBS or did we was there a bulletin board at the local game store or
Omwa. I know Omwa.
Right. No, it's a funny story actually. Omwa was a game developer at one point actually, and he worked on a game that everybody was really interested in, which kind of brought everybody together, and then they became friends and they sort of joined a gaming clan together.
Okay, so we all know each other. It's not okay. And do we represent as our characters or as ourselves?
Right now, you are yourselves, or rather, the character of yourself, if you prefer.
Sure, but so I look around and I see my friends that I was about to go hang out with, and I go, "The fuck, you guys! We're on a marble surfboard in space. What the hell? What?" Right?
Yeah, and the plane is featureless. There doesn't seem to be anything there with you.
What the fuck? This is
Holy shit! Do I still have my weed?
This is a moment, exactly. This is a momentous occasion with which you would probably comment, about which you would probably comment to your friends who
I'm
you
checking my
recognize.
pockets for my
Who
weed
you
cigarettes.
look over and you're like, you guys are my friends. I was about to go see, and we're all in space, and maybe I did or didn't remember getting hit by a car. So,
Verde, as you
roll
look
perception?
for your weed, you realize that every possession you had other than the clothes on your back are gone, with one exception. You're still holding your character sheet.
No!
This isn't funny. Which one of you stole my weed?
This is
exactly. Do I
this
have
is
my
true.
vape?
This is true for all of you.
Fuck! I don't even have the mushrooms. You guys.
Anybody even have dice?
Oh shit!
Guys, of course.
Oh shit! Do we have our dice?
None of you have your dice.
We are carrying our character sheets, though.
Correct.
Okay,
Each of you holds
so
your character sheet.
The earlier conjecture that maybe Verde lost one sheet of his character sheet is not in play.
Oh, that was Watts.
It was Watts. Sorry, Watts. Yeah.
Yeah, that page. That page, in fact, is there. It's weirdly hazy and indistinct. You can't for some reason read it. Like your eyes sort of shift off of it. But it is there.
Okay.
All right.
You don't look like you've been mugged.
You guys, are we dead? Curtis.
As you begin to make the joke,
We're the Buddhists, right?
none of you are actually in pain for what it's
No,
worth.
I know. I'm just making I've taken lots of acid joke.
Right, and you are whole and intact. But as you make the "Are you dead?" joke, you hear a laugh, and as you turn, you realize that what had before been a featureless sort of football field plain now has something akin to technically I guess it's a dais, but something akin to like the stage of an arena rock show.
Oh no!
Also made out of white marble, dominated by an almost Lincoln Memorial-esque throne, upon which is seated a woman in a white dress. It's a flowing sort of almost toga-like. She's sitting down, so it's really hard to see if it's actually one single piece. But if you had to guess, there's a serious classic Greek goddess vibe going on here. So yeah, it's probably a fucking toga,
Oh yeah.
Right.
I am more and more into this as the moments go by. Because
she
now
laughs.
I know I'm
She's-
playing me, and my character is also the thing I'm holding in my hand. So now I am into this at this point.
Right. But yeah, so she laughs and she says, you are dead, but rejoice, for you stand in the court of I, Damaris, the goddess of second chances. You losers all get a second chance.
What? What?
I have a question.
Turn around to everyone. What? And I'm holding my character sheet. We get to play D&D?
What was your question, Berta?
My question was how many chances do we get?
Only second. She said second. She's not the goddess of third chances.
I know. I'm trying to establish a pantheon. Shut up, dude.
right.
I'm just saying,
she
dude.
waves that question off and basically says that's somebody else's department. She looks at you all and she
Are you
points.
Buddhist?
She points up at the
Dude,
planet
we're
that I
the
mentioned earlier.
player. We're the player. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, there's a goddess talking to you.
She knows what's up.
Right, but you're not going to hear it if you're talking on the channel. So she points up at the planet, and she says, and that's where your second chance is going to be. And she says, even as we speak, the Dark Lord's army are preparing, and as you look, one of the continents rotates into view, and there is a flash of purplish light that sort of like moves from purple to red in your eye as the afterimage fades. And you watch as the continent sort of like tears itself into multiple pieces. And she says, yep, right there. The Dark Lord's army has come to the planet. In time, the Dark Lord himself will be born. And as this stuff kind of works, he'll destroy the whole world. So here's your second chance. You want to live again? You're going to live there. But that world's not going to be there very long unless you do something about it.
Whoa.
And she says, oh, and since I had to pick new lives for you anyway, I couldn't help but notice you had a request form filled out for me.
Whoa.
Enjoy. And she snaps her fingers.
Whoa.
I need a therapist.
You guys. You guys. Whoa.
Well, all right then.
Everything fades to white once more. If I could have each of you roll 1d10 for me.
I don't know what a D10 looks like. Come on, where's my goddamn mouse?
Wah,
There
wah.
it is. Bonk. Woo. Boom. How about da?
Oh,
Cash me on the fucking fringe.
Wow.
Y'all
guys.
rolling the same thing with me in the higher number again?
Look at us. Wow, there's
Wow.
three fucking
By
ones
6,
up in
no
here.
less. by
3
6
ones up in
again?
here. Like, wow, what are the chances?
That could have been horrifying. At least it was a roll that doesn't affect your like mortality. Okay. I will need you all to do that one more time.
D10s, you say?
I'm
Yeah.
not sure I want to.
All right, it's way more middle of the road. I'm sorry. I like black dice, but we're going for another color. How do I change that shit? I didn't mean to do that. Don't mind me. How do I change the
Okay.
color of my dice? on this
I'm
game?
rolling horrible. I need to go crawl underneath the rock.
Go up to the top right-hand corner of your screen and you kick on the palette, the wet palette, the archaic-looking one that no one ever fucking uses. Unless you're
Right,
Bob.
the oil painter's palette. Yep.
Oil painters don't even use a palette like that anymore.
That's totally fair. I am going to step away from the microphone for a moment, so that I can refill my drink because my voice is getting scratchy.
That's a good idea. Why don't
I'm
we all
going
get our
to-
drinks ready?
Empty my bladder. The exact opposite.
I was
My
gonna
body
say,
is
I'm gonna empty
child
my
that
bladder.
screams for water and then throws it away.
What is the
All
time
right. Well,
anyway?
let's reconvene in like 5 minutes then. How about that?
Actually, we're gonna all need a shot in about 15 minutes, and then for whoever other. Okay, I'm gonna do both.
All right. So let's call it 7 minutes so I can go pour myself a shot too.
Mhm. Nope, that needs to be Bell. Now to scroll back a ways, because I need to figure out what alignment I need to be.
No. We're live, but it's cool. We're waiting. Hello, my love. We're still live and direct. Would you have anything to say to the world? Hurry up already. That's not a message to say to the world when we're playing Dungeons and also Dragons. I love you as well.
Bye. Okay,
It's like if she needs any validation, consider the fact that live on stream, I'm willing to answer the phone and say hello. Yes, I love you.
While you're since you're the one here, Omi, I just tossed a link over in the Discord. I cannot tell what alignment I can be with her.
With your character?
Well, right.
Your current character?
Yes.
Oh, I will have to look that up off stream, because if I look it up right here on camera, that would be bad. I'm lawful good. I am lawful good.
I'm back.
Okay. Other people
Okay.
recommend look to see. I think I can be
I'm
neutral
big
good, chaotic
smiling
good, or
lawful. I
chaotic
am big
neutral.
smiling lawful good. I'm the lawfulingest of lawful good. Actually, I might be chaotic good. I think I might be chaotic good. No, I think paladin. Lawful good must be lawful good. Sorry, but I'm lawful good as according to Sune. Goddess
You're
of love.
lawful something.
Lawful
no,
good, but Sune is love.
Right.
But it's
I'm
also
trying to
beauty. She's
see on
also
this
beauty.
the 3x3 grid what I can actually select, because it doesn't actually just say the 3 stances. It does. I thought I heard someone come back that could possibly look.
What, huh?
Well, there's the dungeon master himself.
Right. What was the question?
I'm trying to finish out the sheety thing because it didn't actually fill out all of it. Uh,
The sheety thing. My sheet, my character sheet.
Yeah.
typing and alignment. I know as a cleric I have to be a specific alignment for my deity, and I cannot tell what alignment that is.
Got it. 1 second.
I apologize. I'm as clear as mud.
Nope. I totally understand now, though, man. 1 second.
No. I also have been taxing
Some flavor of
RDM.
good.
Some flavor of good. Yep, that sounds
It
right
looks
to
like I
me.
could also be chaotic neutral was the selection, or
Chaotic stupid.
I mean,
Yeah.
technically, you could probably pull off chaotic neutral, but she's canonically considered a god of good.
okay, but so chaotic good, neutral good, lawful good.
Yeah, and actually, like, if you look at that wiki page that you linked, do you see the worshiper alignment chart over there?
Yeah.
So the vast majority
Chaotic
of her
good.
worshippers are neutral good, chaotic neutral, or chaotic good.
It turns out I actually am probably chaotic good. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm confessing, but
Right.
it turns out I'm probably chaotic good because
So
I'm about
I'd accept
fire
any
hair.
of those. So, like, I'd accept chaotic neutral as well as lawful good. Was really all I was getting at once.
Okay, gotcha.
That's cool though. Actually, I'm very happy that because of the goddess I chose, that means I get to be chaotic good and not necessarily lawful. That's dope.
It's more fun that way.
It's more me that way. It's easier to
and
role play that.
I was just saying, that's the other trick. Remember, you're not exactly your character.
No, I know. It's easier to role play that.
Oh, so since I worship her, I can do the preserve life channel divinity power thingy. Oh no, only the life domain. Never mind.
Right. I was gonna say, yeah, your divinity channel depends on your domain.
For 4 minutes.
I feel like I got ripped off. I'm still dead.
I
Do we
feel
know
like
that? I mean, I
need to
guess
be
we do,
chaotic
right? We all
good
did all
because
of us
it's
figure it out, or did one of us figure it out and be like, "You guys realize we're dead, right?"
No, my character is dead.
Wait, what?
My
Wow.
character is canonically dead.
Oh.
I'm not done with my character sheet. Black screen of death.
No, but I mean, all of us standing on this plane in space, looking around at each other, recognizing each other.
Yeah, hold on. You're no longer in a plane of space, but I'll explain that when we get back to the actual game.
No, I know, but like the woman, she did her thing. We were all standing there looking at one another, I suppose. I mean, we had enough moments while she spoke to look across at each other and recognize who was standing on this plane with us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And also recognize that we were standing in some fucking epic colossal space
while
that
we're
was
standing
not like
here,
you
could
know.
you finish my sheet, Snipe? Since I can't access it now.
Why can't you access it?
You want to drag the window till you can see the pop it in the corner thing in the upper right, and then pop it in the corner as a background.
This is what I see, sir.
Yeah. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is grab the grid and drag it down.
Oh, there we go. Why was this so ginormous?
Because it's a
how
massive
big the
map.
world is.
Okay. That works. Sorry, just... Yeah.
No problem.
You want to
party.
do the same thing, oh boy.
Have I caught up? When I catch up,
Upward facing arrow on the corner up there to snap it into your background instead of an open window.
Okay.
I see. Oh. Boop, 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 boop. I get it like this.
Yeah, just
Okay, so there's my inventory. I will definitely need you to double check my inventory, make sure everything's square, because I think I got everything from the stuff and things, but I lost my character sheet.
The
Dang
stuff
it.
and things.
I understand. No, we'll get it all sorted out before it actually matters, man.
Okay.
Gotta watch out for the stuff and things. They're everywhere. Always a problem.
And I feel as what I am, I need to be a chaotic good. Though I care what some people's opinion is, I care that they care, not necessarily that I just care by general. If that makes any sense.
Chaotic good is actually.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Chaotic good. I've found IRL to be more common than even like there are some lawful good. I've met a few lawful good people in real life, but more people are chaotic good than lawful good.
I suspect confirmation bias is at play there.
Yeah, might be right. Won't argue.
I think
That's it.
most
I
people
also rolled
probably
chaotic good.
are probably some kind of lawful good.
Oh, I understand what you're saying, yeah. But they got the laws from the other places.
Right, exactly. God damn it! I need to not. I gotta not put that in my mouth for another minute.
It was weed.
Oh,
The narrator says it was weed.
Morgan Freeman voice.
Yep.
It is definitely that time,
It
in
was
fact.
weed. Oh shit! Sorry, that was fun, but wasn't necessary.
really.
But it was still fun. Anyway, hello
really.
everyone. Yeah. Sorry. It is time now that we look at this. We contemplate this link. I'm gonna throw a link out there. We're gonna contemplate it, and that link right there leads to a web page. And those that have gone to the web page there,
Skyward Sepsis.
they're gonna get like honored in the next few moments. So if you don't want to honor them, fuck off. But right now, we're gonna honor people that have gone there and that have pledged on the regular to make sure the Snipe Hunter and I make art. Because we try, we really do. And once a week, we raise a glass like this one to them. We say, hey, this one's for you. You guys are patrons of the arts, and you should feel chuffed.
Thank you.
So thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much. Be chuffed.
Cheers.
Patrons of the arts, this one's for you. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Yeah, dabble. Alright then. Let me go back to
Okay.
the D and the D.
Yeah,
Some
she snaps
D.
her fingers. There's a flash of light. All of a sudden, the planet that you saw before, where you kind of watched one of the continents get ripped apart,
It was Jin, Jesus.
is
Wow.
significantly closer.
Jin, Jesus.
And it seems to be getting closer really quickly.
Wow, I'm
and
gonna
it's
call
not-
that ground.
And it's not, it's not stopping.
It's a nice welcoming word, round.
Right, exactly. Yeah, somewhere a pot of Azalea says, "Oh no, not again." But you are absolutely hurtling towards this planet, and actually, as you watch, you kind of see the damage that was started by that event.
The dark one.
Yep, sort of coalesce into a sort of like permanent change into the landscape. It's not just that the actual like coastlines and stuff were shifted around.
Gross.
Whole new biomes come into being where it was all kind of like a green and brown. Your sort of like typical verdant plain.
Hard to not believe in goddesses when one just actually casts you at a planet.
Right,
Yeah, right.
Absolutely.
That
But
doesn't mean that there's an absolute being.
No, I'm not saying anything about absolute beings. I'm saying hard to believe in greater beings than oneself when
Right.
you just died and were, compelled into another body.
Right, that's somewhat revelatory.
That's a revelatory experience. Is all I'm
knows it
saying.
was proven right. Yeah,
Right.
sure.
This is what.
Really, what I'm trying to complain about here is
shit that we have more than one philosopher in this. Well,
no,
yes.
no. What I'm more concerned about is who actively like what's going
Why
on
would they?
here?
Well, hold up. It's someone greater than us, but it's not someone maybe greater than who just compelled us to be avatars of her glory. What was her name again? What was that person's name? That she didn't say.
That's why I don't.
Dude.
All right, here we go.
You guys, you got to take turns.
Yeah, exactly.
Here we go. That's all I'm saying is. All right, so yeah, we actually, I imagine that we're having this heated argument while we fly through space towards this planet because we're friends, right? We know each other, and I think that right now,
it's dude, this is a really deep hole,
right? And you know, maybe one of us is like, isekais are awesome, and I'm like, no, this is real, dude.
This could be really awesome. Also, I got a question. They said I'm going to be turning into this. When does that magic happen?
Didn't it already?
No.
No, you're still, as far as you could tell, you're still hurtling towards the planet as yourselves.
Well, yeah, but
absolutely. I feel 100% ripped off if I get turned into this person. This person's dead.
I feel like
you said that I would get you said that I'd get revived, a second chance. This person that I made is the undead.
Hey man, it's not her fault. That was the request you made.
Right, you made the request. Exactly. That's like this is
I
me
request
being
a mulligan.
Right. I'm actually me. Canon says I'm actually me, and I'm about to be transformed into the character I created for this, trying to come up with something I hadn't played in the last 20 years, basically.
It's not my fault you chose to make another undead character, sir. Not my fault.
Snipey said no repeats. That was actually the challenge. That was the challenge. Snipey said no repeats, so I had to be like, fuck, what have I not played in like a decade?
So, as you guys are contemplating your new existence, that continent that sort of like began to tear itself apart sort of coalesces into two main like big bodies, one on the east. I mean, again, direction is entirely fucking arbitrary, but one on the east and one on the west. Directly above the continent on the west, which is the larger of the subcontinent, I guess, but which is the larger of those two land masses, is a spreading dark pool that glows in places with an eerie red light that you realize, I mean, I could make you roll for it, but you guys are all smart enough to realize it's probably volcanic activity.
Am I smart enough? My intelligence is 12.
That's your character.
Oh, sure enough.
The continent on the west, the bigger of the two continents, is going under massive changes. The eastern side of it is drying out, and what had once been a mountain range is slowly being, not even slowly, I mean slowly is a weird thing to say when you're seconds away from slamming into the ground, but it's being eroded away visibly to the point that you can actually like see it sort of become a kind of like Grand Canyon or Arches National Park sort of like mesa land, right? Meanwhile, on the eastern side, a very large mountain range suddenly splits in two, dividing that landmass between a large northern area where the mountains are intact as it grows continuously colder and begins to freeze over. Meanwhile, the southern half of the range basically disintegrates. It like collapses, and you watch as it so slowly becomes a sand desert. Likewise, a small cluster of, I mean, calling them islands is weird because they're so close that they're probably connected. Like, let's call it a massive atoll.
Okay.
A massive atoll rises out of the water in the sort of like space that now exists between these two continents on its southern side. Subcontinents, I guess. They used to be one continent, now they're two.
So, like, if the water were to drop a few feet, you could probably walk it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's all this kind of like lustrous pink color there too, like not a normal rock color, but like not unnatural. You know what I mean? Like
coral. Marble
right,
or coral.
Right, exactly. No, that's a good insight. It's probably coral. Right. Meanwhile, the northwestern tip of that large western, I'm going to keep calling them continents because my brain works that way. That large western continent keeps growing larger and larger in your eyes. And you watch as the area that you realize you're very likely going to soon slam into at very high speed had once been a forest. It all begins to slowly like and thin out.
Sure looks deciduous from here.
Yeah, the trees there seem as if they're locked eternally in fall, which is ironic because as you're thinking this, you slam into the ground right there on the tip of the continent.
Schwablam! Do we like die or get hurt, or do we just like kind of roll and like wake up and just be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, actually, there's like a large poof, and you're worried about that you're going to be hurt, but like the dust clears and you're all standing there. Interestingly enough, when you look at each other, you see your friends, then the people that you recognize, but at the same time, there's like this sort of like hazy after image of an entirely different figure standing in the same place.
Fucking veneer. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And this is exactly how I would respond. Okay.
Couldn't even give me the finality of
just look around,
my
and I would be like,
death.
"You guys see what's going on, right?
What a discount goddess.
You see what's going on? Fuck. How do I even do this?"
I'm gonna investigate the area that we just landed in.
Good call.
Yeah. Okay. You want to roll perception for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna look around a little too.
Yeah. Well, once I settle down, it's gonna take me like a round.
That's fair.
Give me a round
because
because I'm pissed. Yeah. Right, and I'm gonna be pointing out. Look what's going on. This is like some isekai shit. Look. Who are we? Who are you? We're gonna fade. You're gonna forget. I'll tell you what. We're all gonna forget. I'm gonna say that right now.
No. By the nature of my character, I won't.
We're all gonna forget.
It
might take a
you
while.
Just have an OP isekai character cheat power.
No.
Right,
I'm gonna
because
go
of who he
crazy
is?
because I have three different minds in me.
Right, but what I'm saying is, if I'm coming from my brain, recognizing that, oh shit, oh it's an isekai, oh fuck, and this is my character, and I can tell that I'm my character. I'm gonna point out to all of us, we're gonna forget. It's gonna come back to us in 20 years, 20, 30. One of us, we're gonna come back. It's gonna be some story. There's gonna be some big deal, and we're gonna face this. It's gonna happen. Just throwing it out there. It's true. We either make a pact, or even if we make a pact, the pact's gonna be part of the fucking story. You just mark my words.
If this is a game, technically, and we have character sheets, we no longer have the character sheet in front of us. What happens when it's...
You're still holding your character sheet.
Okay.
I guess I'm gonna fold that up really small and stick it somewhere safe.
Okay, so interestingly enough, let me describe your character sheets to you because they don't look the way they did before. Each one seems to be built into an integral wooden scroll case / handle that if you hold with your left hand and grab the right edge and then pull, rolls out into your character sheet. The wood is incredibly dense. No wood you've ever actually seen before. Likewise, the paper, which you would get, is some sort of I wouldn't call it a vellum, but is definitely not like typical, cotton or papyrus. It's some weave you have never seen before, but it's also very like thick, pliable, and durable. You couldn't tear it if you wanted to. Also, it seems to be it has a sheen to it, almost like it's laminated.
The weave of reality.
Yeah. So yeah, you each have one of these. and for some reason it's transformed.
I am all of a sudden really protective of my character
Alright.
sheet.
Nah. I take the character sheet box, and in looking around, do I find like
We're still all
do I find a
friends,
rock
right?
or anything?
Oh, what was that, Verde?
I got a good perception check, not nearly as good as a fucking real. Goddamn.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
24. But can I find like a large stone or something? Maybe some flint.
Ah, right. You guys were looking at your surroundings. Let me describe what you see in general, and then I'll tell you what your perception picks up on.
Thank you.
Hold up, I'll do perception also.
Because I got something I want to test my character sheet on.
Is it the dragon for the perception check, or is it the dice?
No, you just grab the die and throw it into the chat.
Is this bag thing heavy? Do I have the items to which my character has upon
No
his sheet?
perception at all. I have no
Like a
perception.
backpack?
Yeah, you have all of the items from your character sheet. Watts, in your case, you are carrying a backpack that feels particularly heavy, but you don't exactly know what's in it yet. You haven't actually opened it up. For the record, it's not going to matter for the rest of the session because we're just about wrapping up right now anyway.
I'm pretty sure that my perception rolled so low because I'm still totally disoriented by what just happened.
Right, absolutely dazzled by it.
Yep.
Okay.
What the fuck?
The area around you is like an autumn, like a hay field that somebody forgot to harvest. There are trees every, 100 meters or so in like desultory clumps. And there are lots and lots of stumps and fallen overgrown logs, and there is like a between the straw there is a carpet of some sort of like golden lichen maybe, or a moss. It's hard to tell at first glance, and you guys kind of lack the expertise to really know, but there's some sort of fuzzy golden orange stuff growing all over the ground between the stalks of grass and overgrowing all of the fallen wood of what obviously was once an oak forest.
All right.
Neuro.
Sorry.
Yeah.
You notice that where every stalk of straw meets the ground, that fuzzy carpet avoids the grass in a like a circle of not very far, maybe like a couple of, like maybe 5 millimeters or something like that, but enough that
So
it's
it's a
visible
mold.
if you look.
It's a mold.
It does not, however, seem to have the same aversion to any of the trees. The ones that are standing nearby that you can see often have a carpet of this stuff around their base that is slowly, growing upward from what you can tell. Verde, you see much of the same stuff. One thing that stands out to you that Neuro probably also noticed, actually, is that there doesn't seem to be any noise of insects or anything like that. In terms of time of day, by the way, it's broad daylight. Midday would be your guess. The sun is high in the sky, but you don't actually know where you are in relation to the equator of the planet.
It's
so
not
that doesn't
hot
mean
though,
much. No, it's not. It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. That's sort of important, right? So it's not hot, It's not dry, it's mildewy and kind of moist.
It's not exactly moist. In fact, everything seems very dry.
Except for the mold.
Except for whatever that fuzzy stuff is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You can see that you're close enough to the coast, like that you can see water, and from your descent that you're kind of on this northern isthmus of the continent that you landed on. But other than that, you seem to be in complete wilderness, and it's really quiet.
Is the waves and the tide quiet too?
You're far enough away that you probably wouldn't hear that anyway. Each of these hexes is 5 miles, by the way.
I hear you. Is there any like fallen logs or wood near us?
Yeah, tons. In fact, like there was legitimately a forest here, and it does not look like any of the wood that fell was harvested.
Okay, okay. That's certainly strange, and like it's going to be the first thing my character does before putting away the character sheet because you said that the wood seemed dense. Uh, he's going to definitely try to find a good log and bash the character sheet against the log to see which is harder.
I would say don't do that. Yo, don't do that. No. You have no idea. We don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna roll an athletics.
I'm not going to try to
Yeah,
stop
actually, if you
you.
want to just roll
I'm not
a
going to try to
melee
stop you.
attack,
I'm just going to
that's fine.
yell. I'm going to put my own in a very
normal melee
safe
attack.
spot.
Oh no, I won't bang on yours. That one's yours, bro.
No, I just like
Yeah, if you have a melee weapon, just roll its attack. That's fine.
I'm just going to warn you against doing it. Don't do that. No.
Okay.
Admiral.
I mean, lucky for you that the AC of a fucking rotted log is really low. Yeah, so you go to smash the log or smash the character sheet against the log, to test density, and it basically goes right through the log like it's paper mache. In fact, the entire log basically crumbles to dust as if it was hollow on the inside, and basically just a shell of its stuff. And there's a poof of like orange dust that lays heavy around it. Like it doesn't ever get more than like about an inch off the surface of what used to be the log before it settles back down into the ground. But like when you hit, it's sort of like poofed out. But obviously whatever this orange dust is, it's heavy.
Yeah, I don't like that orange dust, but that might have been a bad test object. Are there any rocks? Big old stones?
Yeah, I mean there are a few. It's not a particularly rocky area, but like they're within any given 5-mile hex, I'm sure you could find a few boulders. So yeah,
Really though? Trying to smash it? Smash?
Yeah, you roll terribly.
I know. But it's a rock. So.
Yeah. You smash the rock. Your hand, feels the reverberation of the strike against the rock. However, there isn't any noticeable difference between any of the two objects involved, and you didn't take any like real damage. It didn't like hurt you to smash that rock, but it definitely like jolted your hand. Like if you had struck a particularly fast baseball with a bat.
I feel as if I'm going to hurt myself before I hurt either of these two objects.
Seems the same to me.
Will you make an insight check for me, Verde? Actually, anybody watching him can make an insight check too if you'd like. All right. Verde, it occurs to you that you hit that hard enough that if that casing was denser than the stone, it should have left a mark, and it didn't.
So it might not even be a useful item to me.
Right. I mean, it clearly has a physicality, but
oh wait,
but
I hit the wrong button.
It doesn't necessarily behave in the way that you would have expected.
Wasn't even all that good. Never mind.
Yo, Watts.
What's up?
What's your AC?
I checked my sheety thing. Says 13.
I clearly missed you.
Yeah.
So I go to swing at you, and I miss. That's what I'm gonna
Dude, why are you trying to hit me again? Dang it, man! This is what killed us the last time.
Just hold still for a second.
Just trying to smack you in the back of the head.
Ah, you finally got it.
Minion!
Okay. You get bopped on the head. You were actually expecting that to hurt way worse than it really did. It was more like somebody bopped you on the
on the
head.
back of the head.
Why
With like a pillow or
is
something.
this?
Like a pillow.
Right. Like there was a force there, but it ultimately didn't do any real damage or cause any real pain.
Dude, your Nerf bat you assaulted me with last time hurt more.
I know this is strange. This item carries no real mass to it.
It just goes.
Well, it kind of makes sense because, okay, we both have read enough IGITSFW novels. This is sort of like the invisible status screen that people have in those a lot of those stories.
Talk about a discount status
Dude,
screen, though.
meanwhile-
I have to carry this.
Oh, meanwhile, I'm taking this 100% seriously. Like, all right, we all know what this means, so it's time to play our characters and do the thing.
You're right. I just want to make sure I know the rules by which to play by because, oh, I wonder. Okay,
We don't know, dude. Watts, we don't know until we do it. We don't know. We're here.
right. Okay. Oh, I'm
Guys,
gonna do
here we are. It's our time. It's our
I'm
time
actually
down
trying to
here.
avoid
athletics. Please let this work. Yes. Okay. I lean back and I chunk my scroll thingy as far away from me as I can.
Well, you
Okay.
just yeeted it. You just yeet your scroll.
It gets exactly 10 feet away from you. Actually, we'll call it 9 feet so we can say 3 meters. It gets exactly 3 meters away from you, and then reappears in your hand.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Here we are.
Yeah, dude.
That's
this
why
is
I
like
stuck it in my backpack. That's why I put it in the safest, most safe spot I could.
Well, that's just it. It's always going to be with you. If it gets too far, bloip, it's right back with you.
Holy crap, that means that my character gets to be me playing my character.
Only kind of.
No, for
Yeah.
real.
Like I'm not like
For reals, this character gets to be me playing the character. This character gets to be
dead.
no. This is Ombois playing the
Right.
character Ombois intended to play at the party.
Right, but it's not like it's Ombois with quotes around it. It's it's as Ombois as you want Ombois to be.
Well, because he's dead,
Oh, this is going to be some weird meta stuff.
right? It's because he's dead. But right now he
Well,
doesn't.
no. What's
Right now
worse
it's
is
just me.
that
Right now it's
the
just me
spell
with
is
my
dead.
character, and I know what my character is. And am I really dead? I guess. Fuck. Oh God, I'm dead. Oh well. Well, that doesn't mean I don't change over life. It just because life life is the wrong word.
Well, I'd like have you considered questions like, how do you introduce yourself?
Also, Sirenscape did a massive thunderclap right when I did the and it was perfect. And it's just like fuck's sake, man. It's almost like Anyway,
All right,
sick.
guys. It's basically quitting time. Before we go, what are you guys gonna do? Like, you're kind of standing in the middle of nowhere in a weird place, in a weird world, in a weird situation.
Right, and since we didn't die when we hit the ground, I'm gonna stand up and look around and go, all right, you guys. It's you guys, right? It's us, right? I'm gonna try to band us together in a isn't it us? And even though this is fucking weird, it's us. You know me. I know you guys. We hang out. Look what happened. Like, what are we gonna do?
So,
Well,
I'm gonna try to figure out more about this Dark Lord stuff. But if this goes any tropier, the Dark Lord is probably gonna welcome me, with some kind of open arms. I mean, I am undead, but if this is world destruction stuff, then definitely we gotta solve that problem.
I like that you're basically standing there a ghoul. You guys,
yeah.
I was gonna roll undead because I
Wait,
thought
wait,
it'd be really edgy, and here I am.
His intention was that his character would be isekai.
Exactly right.
Unfortunately, that's not exactly what happened. So just to confirm, he is absolutely a walking corpse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a nice looking corpse, but I am a walking corpse.
Yeah. You could probably pass. Like, you don't seem to be rotting, so as long as you were careful, most people probably wouldn't realize, but anybody who cared about the undead is going to realize you're a walking corpse.
Right. But are you a good guy rotten corpse or not? Because, like, that doesn't...
His character's alignment hasn't changed. Like, he is who he is. He's just... That character didn't get isekai'd, so no resurrection for him.
Right, exactly. And no, and that's what I think that we, as friends that played D&D together, we should sort this out. Like, this should be like the subject of the next
Actually,
we
episode
should episode is thank you. The next episode is we should all be like, hold the fuck up and back out for a second and be like, look, we love each other, we know each other, we know who we are, and I'm gonna be like, of course we love each other. But
technically, Verde, you're not a corpse.
But we're friends that all made characters, and ostensibly we've played together before with different characters, so we know each other. So we're supposed to, like, right now, at this moment, we should be able to be like, whoa, motherfuckers, we're all dead. We're all in wherever this is next and not dead. We're dead, not dead. But we know each other. And
you're not dead. I mean, you're dead.
No one
not dead.
You see what I'm saying? Like, we're dead, not dead. But we are, at least we're with our friends. It's like, look, man, if I'm going to get hit by a bus, I would love to be hit by a bus with all of my best friends. That would be great. And it looks like that's what happened here. So, we all have just enough knowledge of what went on to be like, yo, can we, like, take 15 minutes, take a deep breath, and realize some weird shit just happened. And yeah, you're going to be like, Dark Lord, and I'm going to be like, yeah.
I'm off across this field. We got to get rid of the Dark Lord.
No, I'm with you. Okay. I think we do have to get rid of the Dark Lord, because I think that if we don't, I mean, what's the even point? Because some goddess threw us to this planet. Some god... By the way, did anyone take a note about what goddess that was that just gave us a second life?
Absolutely not. That time is wasting time.
She didn't say she was the administrator of this world. Just said she was the administrator.
Just had some interest. But who the fuck are we? And who the fuck are we?
Well, that's it. We can sit down next time and actually talk about what our characters are and what they can do. Also,
what's happening? Right? What's happening? Right. Catch me on the fucking ground.
Verde, real quick. My deal is, your character took over a dead body that was in another world, right?
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
Miguel.
That means the corpse is now considered alive. Because on all of them that I've ever seen, when a spirit from Earth goes into their body, it resurrects them.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Nope, that's fair. That actually, you know what? That's fair. So you know what? You're right. He's not a corpse.
Gross. Nasty.
You are a freshly resurrected person, technically.
Really, though? Is it going to be a resurrected body, or is it going to be a resurrected body?
Yeah, it's more like a resurrected body.
Well, yes, but what I'm saying is, does it still stank?
No.
No. You should be fine.
You should be fine. You should be fine.
It doesn't stink any worse than you normally.
I'm gonna hang little yellow
what
trees.
Was that what?
It's as if you hadn't bathed for a day or two. That kind of stink.
Exactly.
Not like you are a corpse stink.
Right. Well, and yeah, you wouldn't be, to be clear, you wouldn't be decomposing either way, because while the body you inhabited was dead, you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. So you're not actually decomposing as long as you are in the body. But you still should maybe wear some, like, vanilla trees.
And though that seems to be the trend in most stories, no, Watts, this body isn't breathing, and it's kind of weird.
Okay.
I feel no need for hunger.
Okay. That's not uncommon either. Like, you're going into the weird direction of the Iskias, but that's you in a nutshell.
To be fair, it's also been like, what, 45 minutes?
I mean, 45 minutes without breathing, though.
45 minutes without noticing you were breathing, at least.
Right. What even is breathing?
Without noticing that I wasn't breathing?
Right.
This body doesn't breathe.
Well, like, have you actually like held your breath?
Like
You're
45
technically breathing because you're talking, and I understand the words coming out of your orifice.
Yeah, but
if you're talking, you have to breathe.
DM, I can't share the trait in chat. Only records you own can be shared.
Okay, hold on.
I'm not.
You'll just have to tell them.
I did, but I have this racial trait here that says deathless nature. I gain advantages on saving throws against disease and being poisoned, and I have resistance to poison damage. I have advantage on death saving throws. I do not need to eat, drink, or breathe. I do not need to sleep, and magic can't put me to sleep. And I can finish a long rest in 4 hours.
Yeah, looks like I could share it, so you guys should be able to read that if you.
Yellow zombie.
So in fact, I am dead. I am just not of the unsavory dead sort.
Yeah, oh, cool.
Just because you have a deathless nature doesn't make you dead.
I'm not that kind of ableist. I mean, you can be a ghoul, and I'm not ableist against ghouls.
It's not even like that. Like a paladin's divine sense wouldn't detect him as undead.
Oh, nice.
Right. Because he has a soul. He's alive. It's just that body is dead.
Got it. I think I got it. That's cool. All right, I'm in.
But liches are also detected, and they do have a soul.
Their soul is not in their body, though, and that's what gets detected.
So am I just a really bad lich?
Yeah, I guess. No, you're not. You're
am I a bad
lich? Straight up, not a lich. But one way to look at
that
is
that
like you're a lich whose body is your phylactery.
Right. Yes, I'm a lich. I'm a lich, but my. Yeah, I mean, of course I lit. This is me. Yeah, you're totally rotten. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we'll play again whenever you guys want to play again. If you all enjoyed that.
Yeah.
This could definitely be fun.
It's fun. I get to play fucking Jason Mewes as a fucking monk, so I'm pretty sure that's great.
Barring unforeseen
Also, love you, Jason Mewes, if you're actually watching this.
I wouldn't be against us actually doing this every Saturday night.
No, we have other things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to play regularly.
Yeah, but, regular, like, yes, but like we got 4 Saturdays in a month, and some of them should just be stupid.
Sure, but regardless, thanks for enjoying the first episode of I Got Isekai to Some Forgotten World, and all I got was this crappy character sheet.
Yay! Now we know what it means.
It makes a lot more sense.
Sheet. I can't even use it as a weapon. Like, I thought I was at least going to get some indestructible weapon that I could, like, add shit to, and nope.
Nope. What does the acronym stand for?
I got Isekai.
I got Isekai to Some Forgotten World.
Some Forgotten World.
Yeah.
And all I got was this fucking character sheet.
Yeah, but all I got was this crappy character sheet.
Sorry, crappy. Sorry, I said fucking because it's more edgy.
Also, all respect to any of my actually Japanese-speaking friends, I completely machine translated the title. I'm certain it's wrong, and I apologize.
But we love you anyway. Here comes the credits.
That's a pretty funny.
Good stuff, everybody.
I think
thanks for playing, guys.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a lot of fun. But
you ain't moving me, sucker, cause I fight back. Yeah, I admit that I get litty, but I don't smoke crack. You don't
You're
know
not
Jack,
wrong,
buddy. I like my coffee muddy. Why go to school when it's my rhyme that you should study? Hey, teacher, yeah, that's me. You know I'm with it. If you hadn't thrown me out, I never would've quit it. But don't trip, cause I ain't bent on the GED. I hit the 99%. I partied all night before my SATs, and then I skated by on a 1250. So eat it. But now it's later in life, and I ain't got space to move.
when
to
you asked if
create
you
a
could
place
play
for my
step
groove
there, I
to
laughed
flow.
so
It's all I want, you know. A little space to call my own and for my seeds to grow. And that I sow, and so I cut these rhymes in my scarce free time on an
So
assignment.
technically, he has 3 sets of memories: the original body, the memory of the body he's in, his original characters was going to be in that body, and his memories in there as well. Correct?
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
So technically, you could almost argue that he should have 3 classes.
I'm not gonna go that far, but I like where you're going with that.
Obsession causes
That's pretty
confusion,
funny.
also known as delusion. Unethical, a spectacle. Wrong angle for triangle, it turns into a rectangle. More like a square, so full of despair. Blinded by the glare, no choice but to stare. And the kids ask, where did he go wrong? And what can I do to stay out of the song? Just listen to D and Nuggets SONG.
Well, right,
You
but, like,
decide what you want to be and what you
at
want
this
to believe.
point,
If I
do
ever
those
deceive,
questions
you
matter?
can take out the CD, send it back to me. No RECORDs, no return address. please.
I'm not gonna answer that question for you either. I'm just throwing it on the table.
Cause I might be pissed if you talk shit about this. Music is my life, it taught me what's right. Now I can fly,
Elmi,
but I
be
can't, I
careful
still
cussing
try.
around me in
Keep
Infernal.
on until my dreams are born into my hands, cause I believe that I'm the man. That's what it takes besides skills, for God's sake.
I actually know Infernal, so. Oh God.